Hi everybody. Welcome, welcome. Let me get my intro thing, which I did not prepare because I'm dum dum.
No.
How was everybody's week?
Good.
Good.
Good. There's been a lot of fire alarms going off wherever I go, but went to a restaurant on the weekend, fire alarm went off. Went to work today, fire alarm went off. Everybody go home early.
You're cursed.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm done. Just staying
It,
home.
Oh,
it
let
leaves
me
it
grab
open
my
for a lot of
water.
jokes.
All right. Welcome to the Deadman Dungeons D&D 5e stream. I am Joseph Deadman Christensen, your game master for this evening. Also joining me through this adventure will be Rebecca Woodbury playing the Tiefling Ranger Daysil.
Hey everyone.
Matthew Potter playing the half-orc barbarian sorcerer Hug.
Hello.
Emily Cook playing our wood elf cleric Rhea.
Hello.
And last but not least, our enigmatic friend Josh, who will be playing the water genasi druid Monsu.
Hello.
And I believe it is our sixth or seventh. I think it's our seventh session of Islands of Madness, my own homebrew twist on Tomb of Annihilation. And we had a couple of things happen last time. Having freed a juvenile raptor from a bear trap, the group continued following Ribrab along the river Tiriki, heading for the Valley of Lost Honor. During the night, the group saw several strange white flashes in the distance. Upon investigating, the group discovered flying monkeys who were eating wooka nuts, nuts that, when shook, produced a bright white light. The group attempted to charm the avian simians, but failed with their musical and dancing shenanigans. After collecting a bushel of the wooka nuts, they headed back to camp, and Monsu's animal senses smelled a massive scent of rotting flesh coming from the east. Playing it safe, they decided that they would pass it, for now, and possibly return later after they deal with Harakamar and prepared to head south. But upon gathering their belongings to begin trekking south, they discovered that a few of them had some equipment missing from their inventory. Suspicious, Hug pulled aside the main group and suggested that they investigate the NPCs. Each of the NPCs were investigated with some questioning and watchful eyes from Rhea using her trance-like abilities as a half-elf, but it appeared that nobody in the party had been taking their supplies as far as they could tell. They did learn that Ribrab liked to take morning constitutions. They also learned some personal stories from Musharib, but Azaka and Ribrab remained guarded in talking about themselves. Continuing their trek south, they discovered a long-abandoned camp, where it appeared it was run by a small militia called the Order of the Gauntlet. But the most notable feature was a large stone shrine, which had a depiction of a man carrying a crocodile. Upon investigating the shrine, the group discovered it to be filled with fatal traps including pitfalls, hallways of blades, and some form of magical fire trap. Although the group was able to push forward, they decided that due to the lethality of the traps, to turn back and rest, ending the session with the heroes debating on whether or not to continue going through the shrine. And that is where we leave our heroes currently, debating on the current situation.
So, about this, and to be clear, have we rested yet? Have we gotten everything back from HP? I think we left
Yeah,
off
we
yesterday.
had a long rest.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, is there anything about this? Can we find out more around here, or do we investigate everything?
Well, I think so. I mean, there was a box with a snake in it, and then there was this temple we couldn't go in, and then there was a bird, but that wasn't really all that exciting. And beyond that, I don't feel like we found too much. But if you want to look at the tents again, I'm all for it. Otherwise, we should probably keep moving.
I have a
Mm,
question
Great.
about the map, actually, out of character. Number 3. It's got smoke coming out of it in the picture, even though it's like wrecked.
Oh
So
yeah,
is that the way that it
smoke
looks too?
shouldn't be there. This camp is
Okay.
long been abandoned.
Okay. All right. Just checking. I mean, I'll go check out that area though.
Number 3?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Daisel, you head over to the area south of the shrine. And it appears to be a burnt-out shrine. During some battle, overturned lamps started fires in the shrine and set ablaze the stockpile of material that was meant to become a permanent barracks. All that remains is some burnt-out ruin.
Okay. I mean, I'll just walk out of there and be like, I'll tell him what you just said as I walk over to, did you guys check these tents next to 3 that aren't numbered? I can't remember if we did those two.
I don't remember if we
I
did.
think I was trying to at one point, but I don't think it never
did.
did.
A sweep around the edge,
Yeah.
and he would have noticed that the tents next to the shrine would have been very similar to the tents north of the shrine.
I'm gonna do 5. Can I search 5?
Sure.
Investigation check. No.
Yeah, you head over to the area farthest north and to the right of the shrine. And it looks like during the attack on the camp, somebody had died during some fight and had collapsed inside a latrine. And this whole area has a couple of latrines. And it looks like he survived the attack, but couldn't climb out of the reeking pit by himself, and he died of thirst within days.
That is the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's like the
Terrible.
worst death.
That's
Yeah.
what my
That's
investigation
shitty.
check finds
Yeah.
in that area.
Yeah, you just see a skeleton just trying to pull itself out of the latrine.
My God.
That's it. Okay. All right.
That's the
Rita's had
second worst
enough
way to
of
die.
the latrine shenanigans in this area.
Well, unless there's something else you want to search, I think we should keep moving.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I think I'm good. I think unless there's somewhere we can find out more information about the shrine, I have nothing else I can contribute.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I ain't going back
Yeah,
in there.
same. Yeah, no. Not ready to
No.
die. Another day. We'll add it to our list.
And as you
Absolutely.
say that, Musharib walks over with his warhammer over his shoulder and he says, "You ready to head out? You had enough of checking out this strange-looking shrine?"
Yes.
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 As I grab my left leg, limping the wrong way.
Yes. Sorry, Musharib. Sorry to get distracted.
Yep, sorry. Let's get back onto our mission.
Sorry, we thought we could level up. I mean, get stronger.
I believe
know-
I believe there is something in the contract about accomplishing things in order to get level ups. But I don't know about that. I'm a simple albino dwarf.
Perhaps
This
if we
guy.
had some form of help other than 4 people trying to do something, in case somebody else wanted to, contribute.
Yeah, Musharib, I didn't see anything happening to you in there, buddy.
What would you like me to do?
I don't know. Let's go. And I'm like pissed at him a
walk
little
forward
bit.
and
I'm
set all the traps off for us?
I'd prefer not to do that.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to do it, apparently.
You don't
and
want
I
your
like- I
guide
wanna go-
falling to a death by traps, do you?
No,
Abigail.
Musharib, sorry. I'm gonna like elbow hug a little bit and be like, "Good one, dude."
Oh, not so hard yet.
And Azaga
Okay.
looks over from the campfire and she says, "Are we ready to head out?"
Yes, let's go.
Okay. And yeah, you guys decide to head out and leave the shrine for now, and continue your journey south. Let's see if
Oh.
I can get this shown up. And as we can see, you guys are right here. So, you have 3 spaces before your next encounter. So where would you guys like to head? Just straight south?
Yeah, I just want to go straight to help Dwarf Guy's family, Musharib.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, we're heading down to the Valley of Lost Honor. We're not trying to get to the Cobalt Mountains.
He says once you get to the Valley of Lost Honor, there is a pass. Actually, before you guys head south, Musharib pulls you all aside. And he sits down by the campfire and he says, "Now, before we get to climbing those there mountains in the Valley of Honor, I need to warn you. Near the top of the mountain, there be a hidden stream where we need to sneak through a massive cavern system. A clan of stone giants dwell within the cavern, and we need to be careful to pass through without them noticing our party, for them giants are not too fond of trespassers."
Do you have any tips or tricks to try and get us through the caverns, or is it just straight? Hopefully, we're sneaky.
The only way through the valley I know of is through the stone giant cavern, and the only way I got through was being quiet as a mouse.
I can do
Alright.
that.
I can be a mouse.
That would help. That would help.
All right.
I'm not excited.
Except-
I'm
secret
excited.
stream,
Daysil's
can
not
it be?
excited at all.
We're gonna be so sneaky.
Don't worry. We'll just do our patented move of running away.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we have this tendency of not being sneaky, guys.
How wide is the stream?
This is our chance.
I mean, it's big enough for people of our size to be able to swim through and get underneath and into the cavern.
Just slide down and be like, is there lots of rapids or is it kind of like a lazy river?
No, it's not moving at a furious pace. It's a relatively gentle stream.
Interesting. This might be good.
Let's just go. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Go. Let's do
I
this.
believe in us.
Daysil, why don't you? Because we didn't do this last time because I forgot. Why don't you roll us a survival check with advantage because Musharib is helping you, and try to get a 15 or higher.
Oh my gosh.
Why are your rolls always like this?
What even is that? That's not. That's
She doesn't
not a
have
good start.
She
to the
doesn't have
evening.
advantage.
No, she does have advantage. So
I
Oh,
do.
You
So
just
15.
passed.
Dang.
Yes, you just passed.
Okay.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Yeah, so with no issues, you guys consult the map, and with Musharib and Daysil leading the charge, you're able to continue heading south. And when you get south, following the river, you notice that it empties out into a small lake. More of a pond. Yeah, definitely a lake. And it's this is where the river Tiyuki ends. And Musharib says, "This would probably be a good place to rest for the night before we begin our arduous task moving through the Valley of Lost Honor."
Makes sense. I get that.
We should do
Sounds
that
like
same
a
thing
plan.
again. We should do the whole like one time that you rest and then the remainder you stay up. But one of us,
Yeah.
you stay up at the last one, but you secretly stay up for the second one.
Okay.
Can- If we get to the lake, can I just put my stuff to the side and just investigate the lake? Like, can I go for a quick swim?
Sure.
Because as a genasi, I can breathe underwater and stuff like that.
Yeah, no
think-
worries.
Okay, so yeah, I'm amphibious. So I'm just gonna when we get to the lake, I'm just gonna kind of swim around, just to see if there's anything that's like of interest in the lake.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
11.
Uh.
Investigation
you-
shite.
You're looking. You dive into the lake and you begin swimming around, trying to see if you can find anything of interest. And you kind of get to the bottom of this murky lake, and you begin like using. What form did you take to investigate the lake?
I'm just me.
Okay, you're just regular Monsu. Yeah, so
Yeah.
You just get to the bottom and you slowly swim around, just checking around the water and the just trying to see if there's anything out of the ordinary in this lake. And as you do, you don't seem to find anything, but you're about to head back up to the surface when you feel a shadow move past you underneath the water.
Oh. Okay. Can I like spin around and see if I can see what that shadow is or what the creature is?
Do any of us see the
yeah,
shadow?
you spin around and you see a school of fish with razor-sharp teeth lunging themselves at you.
Ah, I'm swimming away.
And they get a surprise attack.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, these are very piranha-looking-esque fish with a dark green color, light green belly, reddish eyes, and just razor-sharp teeth just chomping. And they swim up to Monsu, and is a 15 gonna hit?
No.
Okay. And yeah, you're able to quickly juke to the left as the swarm converges on the space you were just at. And as you're able to dodge it, you notice more swarms are coming out of the water towards you.
Shit.
Can we see like splashing in the water?
Not right now,
like...
you don't, because he's at the bottom of the lake.
Oh my
Okay, well,
gosh.
I'm dashing. My swim
Okay.
speed's 30, so I can dash 60 feet.
Yep. I'm going to say with 60 feet, you're just able to get below the water's surface as more quippers begin to swarm in towards
go.
towards Monsu. And two swarms take attacks at him.
Okay.
I'm guessing a 21's going to hit.
Yeah.
And you take 4d6 piercing damage.
Oh my god.
What? Oh my gosh.
You take 12 piercing damage from fish latching on and biting into your flesh.
Okay.
And the other swarm also tries to lunge forward and swarm around you, but they get pushed aside by the other swarm. And it's your turn, and you're able to break the surface.
Yeah, I like jump out and like roll onto the ground, like throwing these fish off me. Just like, don't go in there.
I'm gonna walk over to him. Interesting.
He's just like, he's got like all these bites all over his leg.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to run over and be like, what? Monsu, what? And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on him. Meow. What level? Oh, right, 1.
Nice.
Level 1.
Are you a life
Oh.
cleric?
I ain't no cleric, son. I'm a ranger.
Oh, that's right, you're a ranger. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Right,
Yeah.
but we don't have a cleric, do we?
No.
Rhea's our cleric.
Yeah.
Rhea.
All right.
And I'm a druid, so we all have curing spells. so
We're
it's
all going
like-
to take care of each
Azaka
other.
walks over and gets down on her haunches, looking at Monsu's bitten form, and she says, "Well, I guess you all don't know each other that well, do you?"
I'm
was
gonna
out of
I'm gonna
character.
walk over to you, Monsu, and I'm gonna put my hand on your back and say, "You feel good now."
Thank you very
And then
much.
And I
Rhea's gonna
walk
walk
away.
up.
Thank you.
Yeah, Rhea's gonna walk up and be like, "Okay, here, now you actually feel better," and she's gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Yay, that's better.
As I'm walking away, I turn around just as that cure wounds works, and with the 8 healing, and I see all the wounds healing, I'd be like, "Yeah."
Like, good job, Hug. You did it, buddy. Keep up the good work.
I give a thumbs up, and I'm just like, oh my god. Yeah.
Azaka's kind of looking over you, and she picks up one of the fish that you threw off your body and tosses it aside, and she picks it up and just... Quippers. Very vicious. They usually attack in swarms, but you can eat them.
I should have saved a few more. Sorry, guys.
Now that could have been dinner. Hey,
It's fine. We've got pocket bacon.
Right.
Do we?
Are there any other quippers we can like roast, or are they all like back in the...
Roll a d4.
Okay. I mean, I need to get something out of this.
Yeah, you get
Yes,
two
you do.
quippers that Azaka didn't eat.
hey.
Okay, we roast them up for little fish dinner. Anyway, that's
You see Ribrab go over to the edge of the water, and he's just kind of like splashing some of the water over him to get all like wet and slick. And he kind of like dips his toe in the water, and he goes, "Mm-mm."
You could have done that before I jumped in.
He shrugs.
You were a man on a mission.
All right, that's me.
Yeah. Does anybody else do anything while you're at the lake before you begin your watch?
Hug's basically just going to sit down during and after dinner there and just like continuing. He's almost done that book, the reading, but he's also going to be sitting there just flicking his rod back and forth, trying to just think about what's happening.
What's Rhea up to?
She kind of took a little bit of time by the lake, meditated a little bit, before she goes into her nightly trance. Just kind of centers herself a little bit and prepares for the night, hopefully, so she can be a little more perceptive than last time on her fake watch.
And I'll fill up everybody's water from the river before we're not around running water anymore.
As you guys are getting ready to settle down for the night, Musharib takes a seat next to Monsu and he turns to the water genasi and he says, "You tell me you're a sailor for this expedition, right?"
You're muted.
Josh.
That's right. I used to sail on a number of ships.
Oh, muted.
I think now he's just frozen.
No.
No, why?
Josh, try hanging up and recalling. Whomp whomp.
As I was saying, just still recovering from the attack.
He's all right. He's all right.
I used to sail on a number of ships, but now, those days are behind me. I suppose.
What was the worst sea encounter you've had on the water? I'm sure a man who spent his life on the sea must have encountered more dangerous critters than those quippers in the lake there.
Well, most of the time, I'll be honest, I was swabbing the decks and kind of just keeping a low profile. So a lot of the fighting I wasn't too involved in, but we did have some pirates, and at one point, would a giant octopus try to suck us down into the lake. And then, well, we also had these water elementals just battering the ship. But
Hug is paying attention to every word very intently.
we got past them, and then they left us alone. It was lucky. There's been a lot of weather events, hurricanes, that kind of thing, rain, big heavy winds, but we survived. So, yeah, I rode the Rogue Wave for a long time and eventually landed in Chult, and that's why I'm here now.
Seems like you've seen all manner of critters during your travels on the Rogue Wave.
Yes, that's right. It's exciting. How about you? What's the worst thing you've ever seen?
I mean, those fire newts that took over Harakamar, they be quite awful, quite awful. They feast upon humanoids, and they like to char them alive before eating them. But,
Yes.
they're definitely the vicious sort and the worst ones I've encountered. But there has been sightings of a dragon in the area around Harakamar.
Oof.
Hasn't attacked the city yet, but it's definitely something to be weary of.
I will be. How about you, Hug? You ever seen anything crazy?
I haven't seen anything crazy, but I used to hear a lot of stuff. My mom and dad used to tell me these stories of when they were younger, and they used to do a lot of really cool stuff. It was a lot of the same: the dragons, the long ship rides, the different things, the friends they had. My uncle, he was he was kind of a lot of that too. He told me a lot of stories too.
So who are your mom and dad? I never knew my parents.
Never knew your parents?
No, that's right. Well, I was raised by fishermen, but I was told I was adopted.
Oh, well,
Sorry
it's
to hear that, boy.
It's all right. They were good to me.
yeah, it's. My mom and dad used to do really cool things all the time. That's why they have so many stories.
Right.
You might know them. Um,
As I briefly look over to my backstory for the damn names, which I
We'll
should
find out
have.
too.
No, I have them.
Ria's just like, yes, I was adopted too by a kindly priest. His name was Amorous. He was a great guy, a great mentor. And speaking of scary things, I've lived a pretty uneventful life until after Amorous passed, and then probably the most horrific thing I've seen is coming upon the grave, and all the graves had been dug up, and bodies had been taken by a necromancer. So
Hmm.
that's probably the worst thing I've seen. So
That's pretty terrible.
It's a horrible
Yeah.
thing to go through, lass.
indeed, it was very hard to imagine him in that way. He was such a good man, so I can't imagine his body being used the way that it is.
yeah, that's sad.
Did
have
you
you
ever
heard?
find the scoundrel who reanimated him?
I do have his name, but I haven't been able to look into it. That's actually the entire reason that I came here, was pursuing the man that did that to him. So hopefully while I'm here I can I can find him. Apparently his name is Jarek. Have you perchance heard of a necromancer by the name of Jarek?
Musharib strokes his beard thoughtfully, and he thinks about it, and he says, "Well, I have heard tell of a man named Jarek. We don't get too much news over in Schult of the other continent where you folk be from. But I had heard of a necromancer named Jarek, I think Duskbreaker or Dawnbringer? Something
And Ria's
that.
like instantly like super intrigued in this, and she's just like, where did you last hear of him? Like whereabouts is he? Do you have any idea?
Oh, I don't know of his whereabouts, but I did hear that he had, a long time ago, when he first became a necromancer, he had a brother who was a paladin. And the two of them, before he turned into a necromancer, they had worked together as Cathars and Innistrad. And they were very well known as solving problems with the evil monsters that plagued that countryside. And they had gotten quite a name for themselves. But at some point, something had gone wrong, and Jarek had turned into a necromancer, using his shadowy powers for evil instead of for helping the people. I don't know why or what, but that's all I can remember.
Can't imagine what would have changed him so drastically. Have you any idea what happened to his brother?
No idea. I do know. Last I heard, I believe he was a general of some sort in one of the bigger cities over in the forgotten the place you folks came from.
I come from the Moonshades.
Courtney Azra?
Do I know anything about him with my background?
You can roll a history check.
That's not going to turn out well. That didn't turn out well at all.
No idea. First time hearing of him.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay, Hug. We'll get him eventually. At least I have some kind of hint now. I hadn't heard anything of him yet since I've come here, so this is the first shred of hope I've had. So I really appreciate it, Musharib.
I wish I could be more of help, Les. Musharib looks across the fire at Daysil and sees the flickering of the fire across her deviled horned face, and he says, "What do you know about it, Daysil? You seem the type to know more about the darker aspects of human nature. Perhaps you've heard of this fella."
I haven't heard of him, but I appreciate the judgment.
I mean, in no judgment, Les. I
Yeah,
just
it was a bit
figured
racist.
tieflings seem to have darker pasts than most people would prefer.
I don't know much
Musharib, do you
about
have
my
any
family.
alcohol on you?
Hello, Daisy, what were you saying?
I said I don't know much about my family. My parents died when I was pretty young, but some goblins took me in, so I guess you could say I was adopted too.
Mm.
Goblins,
Rhea will
you
kind
say?
of like, she'll kind of step up to Daythil and she'll be like, you shouldn't judge one on their race. Unless you know something about their background, you shouldn't just assume all tieflings are bad because Daythil, she's pretty awesome. She saved a lot of lives.
Azaka comes and sits next to Rhea, and she nods her head and she says, "Yes, if only more of the world was like that." And she kind of stares into the fire with a solemn face.
I'll kind of like pat her on the shoulder and I'll be like, I know I've seen a lot of judgment and hatred in my lifetime, but you know where I come from, we don't judge people on their backgrounds or on their race, just on the deeds you do and the way you act.
This is
You know-
at this point, I'm looking over to her and I'm like giving the whole like,
Yeah, yeah. Azaka kind of combs a lock of hair from her face, and she turns to Daysil and she says, "How do you deal with people judging you based off of your tiefling appearance, Daysil?"
Well, maybe it was my upbringing with the goblins, but I guess I was just taught not to give a fuck what other people think. Hold your shoulders straight and go get them.
I mean, I know what it's like to look different. I know what it's like for people to give you strange looks when you go to a port. But what I liked about being a sailor is that everyone was a little strange. So, we all had our past, but once you're on the boat, you're all the same, right? You're all on the same team. So I like about y'all, you all group here is that like all of us are kind of, we're all a little bit weird, right?
A little
So, a little different. Yeah, that's right.
What
That's
is
all right.
normal, though?
I don't know.
It's weird to not be weird, right?
I agree.
In this world, I think so.
I'm not weird.
Okay.
It's not that
Azaka
we're weird.
smiles,
We're
looking
not.
up
We're just
across the
awesome.
fire at Hug, and she says, "No, you're not weird at all, Hug."
Oh.
Definitely the most normal of all of us. Hug.
That's right.
We have to have one normal guy in the group, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
clearly.
As you say that, one of the fish that's cooking, a long tongue goes, grabs the fish, and
Yep, definitely need no normal.
He gets it.
We still have one left.
I'm gonna take first watch.
okay.
And I'll take second, or wait, I'll take third so that Rhea can do her pretend thing.
Oh, so yeah, so I'm trancing, and then I'm taking my
You're
fake
trancing and
shift,
taking this,
and then my actual shift is the third shift.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It should be the other way around. You should be
Other way.
yeah, you should be doing your real shift second.
Real
and then your
shift is second shift,
fake
and
one.
then I'm
Yeah.
fake shift.
Yeah, so sleep first.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do I need to take a? I'll take a watch.
So Rhea is second watch. Who's first watch?
Hug.
Hug is first watch, and then who's third
Yep.
watch?
Daysel.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
But I can help with that too if I need to.
Yeah. We're still doing the one of the shifts is the fake shift,
Mm-hmm.
where it's
Yeah.
a nobody's watching, but there is.
Okay. Okay. So Hug, you have first shift. And
Yep.
who is it? Is it Rhea who's doing the fake watch, or somebody else?
I'm doing a real watch on the second watch and a fake watch on the third watch.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
did I get that
so
fucked up?
nobody's doing a
Nope.
fake watch on the first one.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Hug, roll me a perception check during your watch.
Nuff.
9.
I see a repeat of history coming. Yep. During your watch, Hug, nothing out of the ordinary. Occasionally you'll hear, the animal sounds, bird calls in the jungle, but nothing crazy.
I pick up one of the small little. I'm completely distracted, but I'm taking one of the seeds that is completely not working anymore, and I'm just shaking it, staring at it like.
Does this recharge?
If you want to roll a nature check, Hug, you're welcome to.
That cattail was
I
amazing.
will. Sure.
Oh my god!
You feel like if you shake it for a really
double
long time and often,
-2.
it might bring
That's
the light
your wisdom.
That's 2 natural ones with a
Yes.
-3.
You
Oh.
strongly feel that if you shake this often and hard enough, eventually that light's gonna come back.
Oh my god.
All the time, he's just gonna be like,
How the shake weight was invented in children.
nice.
All right.
Okay, so Hug finishes his his watch, and
Is that what it's called?
and we go to Rhea.
All right. It's going to be fantastic. I can feel it.
And Rhea, roll a save Ooh,
I can feel it.
19.
Pretty nice.
Rhea, during your watch, you're kind of looking around, keeping an eye on the camp, and you hear like a splash coming from the lake, and you kind of train your head over there and take a peek, and the moon is able to shine down in this area of the jungle. It's not too covered, and you notice that it's kind of hitting the lake enough so that you can kind of see through the murky water a little bit, and nothing else really.
Well, since it's like so perfectly grazing it, I am going to kind of go up a little bit. I'm going to try and sneak.
Sure.
Eh.
You
Okay, that
think
was
you're
real.
being
Gosh,
sneaky?
you suck at
Yeah,
that.
sure. So I'm like super not stealthily,
Crunch.
like cracking
crunch,
every twig
crunch.
that I walk past. Yeah. Tripping on some rocks. But I want to kind of get up a little closer and see if I can tell at all what I saw.
Sure. Yeah, you get to the edge, and you. I'm guessing you're peering down into the lake. And
Yeah.
if you want, you can roll a perception check with advantage because the moonlight is bright enough to give you a helping hand.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh,
21. Yeah, you stare into the lake, and with the moonlight helping you, you're able to see the bottom a little bit clearly, and you could swear that you see a sparkle down there, like something shining from the moonlight.
Is it the sword of Gryffindor?
Could be.
Monsoon,
Oh,
quick,
man.
check your pockets. Did you drop anything?
I took all my stuff off except my armor.
Okay, well, I'm not dumb enough to try and go down there
Hey,
by
you're like-
myself. I know there are a bunch of like piranha-like fish, but I am gonna like in my memory just like super mentally check where I saw that sparkle,
Mhm.
so I can kind of like in the morning once everybody's up, we can maybe possibly check it out. We'll see, because those fish, I don't know if we're trying to mess with that, but yeah, okay, and that's all I'll do. I'll just kind of go back to my post and keep an eye out.
Okay. And you finish your watch with nothing else untoward happening. And you go into your fake watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna like. I'm super tired. I need an extra trance.
All right, so Daysil, I believe it's your watch.
and I ham it up too, and I'm like, "Good night, Rhea.
Oh,
I will
good
take
night.
watch by myself now.
All right, be super watchful since
I'm
you're all
gonna
by
watch
yourself.
The hell out of this camp.
Yep.
Tell you what.
Okay, yep, night.
Isn't the point of doing the second secret watch that it looks like nobody's watching though?
Oh, is that what we were doing?
I usually don't do very good watching anyway and fall asleep, which is what's happened in the past. But
Okay.
All right, so
I do. I have intentions on staying up.
Daysil and Rhea, both of you roll your perception checks.
My gosh,
Oh, nice.
Oh.
not too
I'm
bad.
telling you, Rio's like watching it tonight.
Both Dasil and Rhea hear and see Ribrab get up and go into the bushes.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be like, don't follow him. Don't go.
It seems oddly suspicious you shouldn't follow.
I'll tell you about it later if you really want to know, but you really don't want to know.
You know, one of these times it's actually going to end up being he's like completely mugged or something back there.
Vince was due done, so.
All right, and yeah, at the end of your watch, nothing. You see Ribrab come back and lie down, and nothing out of the ordinary.
All right.
And once everybody's up, I am gonna like mention the sparkle, but I don't know if it's worth the risk with those crazy piranha fish. But I just figured I'd let everybody know.
Okay.
in
Well,
case
I have.
anybody's
So,
felt
can you point it out? Can we see it?
Yeah, so I'm
not,
gonna-
not now.
All right, I am gonna like go over and if I recall like the closest position that I can to it, about how like far is it from like the edge of the lake?
Yeah, you point in the general direction of where it is.
So I have a question.
Mm.
I'm just gonna click this shape water cantrip. I'm wondering if it might be possible to kind of like use the shape water cantrip to sort of like slowly move this like area of water at the bottom of the lake up. I guess it's probably deeper than 30 feet, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Crap. Okay.
You could always swim down there.
Also, you get the feeling, looking at the spell, that the water wouldn't be strong enough to lift whatever is in the water.
Yeah. Okay. I could swim down there. Oh my gosh.
Well, do you have any like have you seen any big like ocean creatures or lake creatures or something that has big hit
I-
points?
So out of game, I can't turn into anything that has a swim speed or
okay.
flying speed.
That makes
um,
sense.
I
Is
actually am
this-
better at
how
swimming.
deep is it?
I'm better swimming myself without shapeshifting than as a animal.
That makes sense.
So the only reason I turn into an animal is if I wanted to like
Uh-huh.
try to swim down there and like take the hit point damage. Like,
So I
that's-
can give you shield if that's what you decide to do. I can give you Shield of Faith before you go down there, which gives
Oh.
you a +2 bonus to your AC. So
Yeah,
if that's what we decide to do, I'll like at least like load you up with Shield of Faith. If that's
I
something
mean,
we decide to
Yeah,
do.
I could just fly directly. I could just swim directly down to the bottom of the lake, search for some shiny thing, hopefully find it, and then go right
Keyword.
back up.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, okay, and wait, Healing Word. I feel like doesn't it have like a ridiculous range?
Azaka-
No, it's only 60 feet. Never mind.
Azaka puts a hand on Monsu's shoulder and she says, "Are you sure? It seems pretty dangerous down there. Why don't we try sending the frogman?" And she looks over at Ribrab and he goes,
Time to prove your worth, Ribrab.
Is it worth it trying to find this whatever thing it is? It's some shiny thing that dropped in the water. Could be anything.
Last time we found a shiny thing, it was flying monkeys.
I'll say it could literally be a weird shiny nut at the bottom of the lake, or it could be some glorious treasure that will lead us to victory and heroics.
You know what? Life is about adventure.
And glory, honor and glory at the bottom of the lake. It's the sword of Gryffindor. Sorry. By the way, this is totally just coffee. I'm not even drinking tonight. I'm just about it.
Tonight.
Wired, man.
it's
Um,
just that
can-
kind of night.
Axios
Okay.
shiny thing.
I've got a question for you. So, as a
Shoot.
genasi, I can swim, but if I shapeshift, I don't retain that ability, do I? Like if I shapeshift into a bear or something,
No.
I don't retain the ability to breathe
You
underwater.
only have the
Yeah, that's what I was
abilities
wondering.
available of the form you shapeshift into.
Okay, I mean, worst case scenario, I could always shapeshift into a bear just to, like, be a damage sponge until I can get back up.
Yeah,
So,
that makes sense. Like just
why
like,
don't
oh
you
crap,
just-
I'm taking tons of damage.
Why don't you just transform into a quipper, like you've seen one now?
I can't turn into a swimmer, a swimmy guy.
Yeah, he like can't. It's like a
Okay.
level ability thing.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
Musharik strokes his beard and he says, "Do you think it'd be better to try to sneak your way to the bottom or just get there as fast as you can?"
You
I
mean,
mean-
like stealth my way down so they don't
Yeah.
notice me?
Can always
How
try.
deep is it? How deep is the water? We're there.
When you were down there, Monsu, the deepest portion seemed to be about 80 feet.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Like where the shiny thing is, I'm saying that's 80 feet deep.
About 80 feet deep.
It's with the area where Rhea pointed and is trying to guide you towards. You feel like it's probably 80 feet around that area.
Okay, so I'll try to stealth. If you can get Shield of Faith, that's plus 2 AC.
How?
Okay.
Wait a second. How? So you can shapeshift into a flying thing, right?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. Well, scratch that then. I was gonna say you could fly up really high, then do this awesome dive.
I think it goes swimming and then flying.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm just gonna be me. I'll keep my armor and my shield, and that's it, because that gives me the best AC. You can cast Shield of Faith, so that gives me an 18 AC, and I'll try to stealth down along like the side and see if I can just get down there and get back up as
Yep.
quickly as possible.
Okay, so you're going fast, not sneaking.
No, I'm sneaking,
Okay.
but it was Shield of Faith.
Yeah, which lasts up to 10 minutes. So
Yeah.
hopefully that should be plenty of time for you to.
All right,
Okay.
so I'm gonna roll a stealth check, and I'm gonna sort of swim and move slowly down. I guess I can't dash and stealth, right?
No.
Yeah.
Definitely
Okay, so
not.
I'm gonna move 30 feet at a time. So should I roll a stealth check?
Yep. Roll your first one.
I believe.
Oh my gosh, why are we so loud?
We really are.
You plunge into the water and slip on a rock as you're getting waist deep, and as soon as you do, you see about 30 feet away some shadows coming in your direction.
Okay, 30
Get
feet
out!
away.
Get out! Get out!
Can I just get out? Yeah.
Yeah, and as soon as you get out, all of you see like a swarm of these fish just congregating in the area where Monsu was, and then after about a
Ooh.
minute, they slowly disperse.
Ansu, do you still have one of those nuts that glow and light up?
Yeah, I have a few of them.
Here. Give me.
Okay,
That's
I
smart.
Give me one. Give me one.
Give him a walk in that. Yeah.
Hug smart.
I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna throw it as far as I can with my massive strength
Okay.
away from it, so that when it hits the water, it lights up because of the shake and it drifts down.
And then go, Monsu, go! While they're
Yeah,
distracted.
Roll,
that
roll
happens-
an athletics check, Hug.
Oh.
22.
You get it as far as you can to the other side of the lake, and it plunk. And you guys can see a bright white light coming from the bottom.
Do
of
we
that
see like
area of the
movement in that area, like splishy splashing?
lake. Roll a perception check.
Quickly go now! Screw the perception check.
Can a few of us
Oh,
try?
you can't see
shit.
shit.
anything.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
just
glad
gonna go.
you-
I'm gonna go back in the water and try to stealth
Yep, do
Alright.
it. Just go.
Okay.
down. Oh my god, my rolls.
Yes, good. It's above a
Yep,
10.
Again, you get about waist high, and you begin to, go down up to your shoulders. And as soon as you do, Azaka goes, "They're coming! They're coming!"
Ah,
And you look to your right, and you see them just.
Okay, I'm going back up again. I guess I don't want to get
Yeah.
eaten alive.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we should just go.
Yeah.
Seems like it's not worth it. We have no idea what this thing is.
Since you're too chicken to get in the water, Mr. Fish Boy.
Oh my gosh.
Well, go
Mark-
ahead,
Don't
Hug.
you
gonna mark it
have
on the map.
talked to
What's the
animals?
orc?
You have talked to animals.
Yeah, I do have talked to animals, but what are they gonna? They're gonna want to eat me.
You can just tell them that we'll feed them something
pocket
better.
bacon.
Yeah,
Give
tell
them
them we'll feed them
pocket
something
bacon.
better and see if maybe they'll want to.
I do
Crazy?
have pocket bacon. Do you want to try a piece?
Yeah, let's try throwing pocket bacon like away from me, I guess. Or do we? Are we trying to talk to them?
I feel like you should talk to them and be like, you can only have this delicious
If you don't eat
fat-filled
me,
pocket bacon. Yeah, if you don't
Okay.
eat me.
You don't have the ability to talk to aquatic creatures. Is that? Am I thinking of?
I don't
That-
know.
I have speak with animals, so I'll cast speak with animals.
At least not for speak with animals.
Hmm.
That might be something else though.
I'm thinking of that other race. I think Tritons.
beasts. Are they a form of beast?
No, they're a new playable race.
Yeah, Tritons are erased.
No, I'm
It might
saying
be
the
like-
fish. Are the
Um,
fish? Are
Oh.
the fish or beast?
Yeah.
They appear to be.
So
then,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
Speak with animals
Okay.
as a beast.
try to speak with them. I guess I'll try to put
Stick
my
your
head,
head in.
like in,
blah 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 blah.
in the water and just try to cast speak with animals and see if I can negotiate with the quivers.
All right.
With bacon. I gave you a piece of the pocket
Yeah.
bacon.
Just be like,
All right,
Mansu, yuck. Bacon, yum.
Yeah.
So
They're not very smart.
What I'm trying to do.
So let me get this straight. You're gonna wade into the water, dip your head down, hold out a piece of bacon, and try to talk to the quippers.
When you say it like that, it doesn't sound well planned at all.
That does sound like what I'm trying to
When it sounds like a good plan until the
If they're
DM
coming
repeats
right
it back
up
to
my
you,
face,
like,
yeah.
and you're just like,
Yeah, like, that's what you're doing? Okay.
Don't forget, this is my plan, so it's gonna work.
you're just
Your
instilling
wand
that
ready.
confidence
You're
further,
ready.
Hug.
You're more
I'm
than
gonna
welcome to
stand on
try
the
it.
shore, playing my harp for them as well.
If they,
Here's
This
the
is the
thing.
Hug
You
who
can
thought he
always
could
let's
keep
try.
shaking the nut
You can
to recharge
always
them.
try.
if they get my face, I'm pulling my head out.
All right. So you are doing this.
Apparently.
I'm gonna wade in. I'm gonna wade in
can't
after
fucking make
him
a
with my
stealth
hand
check.
on him. I'm gonna wade in after him with my hand on his back, so that if something does happen, I can pick him up and throw him to the shore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you and Hug go forward into the lake.
Oh,
and,
this is really cold. Thank God it's only coming up to my thighs.
And Matsu sticks his head into the water,
It just
holding out a piece of bacon. And you see a school of quippers swimming over.
And I'm like, wait!
Take reason to them.
Oh my God! What I would pay to see this and see the reaction to that.
Persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna laugh. This is just amazing.
A 6 is not good.
So
Monsu, that's not
Monsu,
good.
as these quippers begin violently swimming towards you, what do you say to them?
Now that you know that you failed.
Have something tastier.
Pocket bacon should take an advantage. Yeah,
And-
that should be an advantage on that one.
It's
Just
extra
saying.
cured
You
more
say
bacon.
you're holding the
Pocket cured.
bacon, and you go blub blub blub. Have something tastier. And as the quippers swarm towards you, they say, "We'll have all of it." And they lunge at you.
And I'm gonna grab him, and as he freaks out, I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna throw him to the shore.
Okay.
And as that's happening, I'm also reaching over and grabbing the bacon as well from his hand.
As you're doing that, they attack you instead.
Yep, that's fine.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna wade back.
Oh, that's a nat 20. Oh my god.
My knees and down, so I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna make my way to the shore as that happens. Don't they have to roll to hit me?
They got a nat 20.
Oh,
Critical hit.
Oh. Well, they rolled.
You take 31 piercing damage.
oh.
He's
Yeah,
like
it's
dead.
46 damage.
Your legs get all torn up by these fish biting into
Guys, you need to come save me. I'm down.
Oh
you.
my gosh.
Oh my god!
Ria's gonna like instantly, the second she sees Hug getting like just savagely ripped apart by these fishes, she's just gonna run up and
Running
cast Cure
too.
Wounds.
Okay.
Can we
Roll
like pull
initiative.
him out at the same time?
Yeah, you all take damage then.
Can we pull
No,
him?
we need to yank you out of the water, like now.
Yeah, can I like get him by the foot and just like Cure Wounds as I'm pulling him? Because it's a touch spell.
Are we rolling initiative?
No, I'm
Fuck
gonna
that,
I'm gonna
dude.
be nice
No.
and say if all of you work together, you're able to grab Hug and yank him out of the water.
Initiative with a school of quippers. Yeah.
Okay, so we pull Hug out and we heal him up.
There's 12 of
Oh my
Cure
God.
Wounds.
Aw.
Great. I have 12 hit points now.
Hey!
As I wake up,
Mansu,
Right.
You owe me.
I will point out this was your plan.
So I definitely imagined you like eating the pocket bacon as
No.
the fish like took you under, you know? Like,
I'm like going towards my
You
hand where I
can't
think
get
the
the
pocket
bacon
bacon
and
is.
me.
Oh, the pocket bacon is long gone.
This was a bad plan and really not worth it.
Yeah, I think
Let's
our
just
planning
go.
skills possibly could use some work.
I'm gonna put my equipment back on, and if we need to heal you again, I'll just heal you again. But for now, we'll.
Hey, sir, do you have any more pocket bacon for me now?
yes, I definitely have pocket bacon for you. And I give you 2 pieces.
Ooh. Oh, I know where I'm going in the future.
Oh,
Hopefully
Okay,
to
we're
kill
gonna-
a boar and cure some boar belly for me because we are 1 pocket bacon away from being out.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Do we? Do I see the quippers at all? Like looking in the lake, or are they just like?
Actually, at this point, one swarm is definitely staying in the area where Hug got attacked. They seem to like.
Can I just
the
like
blood and
mace
water.
them? Can I
Yeah,
just
so
walk up
I-
and
I
start
wanna
mace
use,
the water?
I want to use
Just
shape
hit
water.
the water
Yeah.
with your mace.
I want to use shape water to turn it
Splash,
into
splash,
ice.
splash.
To turn the fish white?
Oh no, I can't do it. Never mind. I was gonna say I wanted to freeze it, but I can't freeze it because there's
Ah.
creatures in it. Never mind. Okay, let's just keep going. Fucking.
yeah.
Asshole fish.
As I continue to limp away, again on the wrong foot.
All right. So before
Why
we
is it always
continue,
me?
let's take a quick 5-minute break.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. By the way, Rebecca, your hair is like super on point tonight.
Thank you all for staying with us. And we had just left off with you guys finishing a long. No, you guys had just attempted to retrieve something out of the lake, but it didn't go too well.
Nope.
No.
And
No, they
Hug had
retrieved
taken
something
some-
else out of the lake.
Hug had taken some bumps and bruises, so to speak.
We
You're
retrieved
welcome,
our friends
Monsu.
instead. Guess we won't get the sword of Gryffindor today, guys.
We just
But
can't.
how will we defeat Voldemort?
We cannot get it done. Like I don't understand. Like we try so hard and we just.
We really do.
Nice.
Well,
Well,
I
our
mean,
rolls
I'm
are just like,
almost-
nah, dog.
I'm thinking maybe the DM's even thinking about like unleveling us because we don't get anything done.
I swear
ever.
to God, I'm not trying to make the shit impossible, but
No, it's
you,
true.
you
but I
guys
mean,
are
and
rolling
I
like
level
it,
fucking
it's gonna be impossible.
garbage.
Yeah, he's
Phil's
paying pro premium for roll 20 just to have it so all the players roll bad when
It
it
is
counts.
insane how bad the rolls are with you guys.
fucking code.
I can't explain it. It's beyond reason at this point.
We've been
I
weeding.
really hope that
I'm
wasn't the
I'm
encounter
literally
that
just
you
I'm
were
literally
looking for
just
us.
awestruck every time you guys attempt
RN
something.
Jesus has just forsaken us.
No, I know what it is. He who shall not be named is the Wheaton.
Oh no. Who is the weak
me?
in the group?
I'm the weak.
Will Wheaton is
No,
the-
you're critting, so you can't be.
Oh yeah,
can't
I'm
be.
definitely not the weak.
No, you're not the
No,
Wheaton.
It's like
I
every
see
enemy
a lot
encounter,
of
at least
fails
they
from
get one
Monsu
crit.
tonight. I don't know.
Anyway,
Shall we
Had a-
continue down the stream? Shall we?
Yeah, let's
shall
keep
we?
going. Fuck it.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
please.
hope
Yeah.
it
So
wasn't
you guys begin heading south, and you begin to see the mountains climbing up above the jungle foliage. And Musharib says, "All right, I told you ahead of time this was coming. So now comes a bit of a hard part. We have to get to that hidden stream that leads to the cavern, but we're gonna have to pass through these treacherous mountains. So follow me and." Let's hope we can make it through all right.
Everybody pray to RN Jesus.
And we are about
like
to
whatever
enter
to say.
a skill check
Uh-huh.
challenge.
Skill
And
check.
the skill check challenge is navigate through the mountains. And the DC for this skill check challenge is 14, so you need a 14 or higher on your skills. And to succeed, you guys need 8 successes versus 4 failures.
Oh.
If you guys
Crap.
get 8 successes, then you successfully pass through and reach the destination Musharib had talked to you about. If you fail, well, there's always consequences.
Right.
Well,
Right.
Who goes
Right.
first?
So let's roll initiative for this skill check challenge, just for the fun of it.
Oh, I can't click my.
yeah, do we need to click our tokens,
No,
or you
it's
just
fine.
want
I
us
can, I
to?
can I can set it up.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Hug got a 10. Monsu got a 1.
Oh my god! What
Rhea
is
got
this?
a 4.
I got
I'm
a
our
3,
only hope.
but-
Uh,
Oh my God.
1's a 1, my friend.
all right.
And Daisel got a 16. Okay.
Can I wild shape before we get into this challenge, or is that
I mean, you can use it to help pass a skill check if you want, but it's dependent on what skill you're doing if the wild shape's gonna help.
okay? I'd like
but-
to be a giant spider. That's what I'm asking.
There
Sure,
you go.
sure, if
Okay.
you want to.
Not a mountain goat?
But
Giant
I'm
spider
pretty
has
sure
a
the giant
stealth.
spider has better numbers.
They have a stealth +7.
So, again, as before, in turn order, each of you are going to describe to me how you help the group navigate through the mountains. Be as descriptive and creative as possible. You're going to choose one skill to roll on for this challenge, and if one of you chooses to repeat that same skill, you're going to do that skill with disadvantage. So you want to try to do as many different skills as possible to pass through without getting the disadvantage. So, Daysel, please describe to us, tell us what skill you're going to use, and then describe creatively how you use it.
Okay. I would like to use athletics.
Good
I
one to
want
start with.
to. Okay, so with my natural explorer ranger feat, difficult terrain doesn't slow us down like as a party.
Mhm.
So I want to take one of my short swords and be bounding ahead of everybody and kind of cutting through to like where I know that we're going and cutting through the brush to like make a shortcut.
Well,
So I'm gonna be like,
there's no brush on the mountain. It's all rocks and boulders and.
okay, all right, thank you.
Yes.
Then I want to still use my athletics, but then okay, so if it's all rock, then I'll like set the pace. Like if you're running on a jetty, like on the ocean, you like step.
Yeah,
And
you're
somebody
you're
follows
you're
you?
hopping from rock to rock, trying to. You're actually scouting ahead for the group.
So that they can jump where I jump, and then
Yes,
everybody can just
yes.
move smoothly through at like the fastest pace possible.
Excellent.
all
excellent.
right.
All right. Now
Sorry about the brush
let's
thing.
see
I
how
was
that
like, we're
goes.
still in the
Ooh.
jungle.
7's not gonna do it.
What the heck? You look at that. If I had advantage,
Uh, all right. Please describe how you fail your skill check.
I hate that I'm failing, especially because I have a feat that says that difficult terrain doesn't slow the party down. But I'm
it
not
doesn't,
going
but,
faster.
I mean, it's a skill check challenge.
I fail by hitting hitting like a crevice and some like loose pebbles that are in like the crevice and like slipping, and so I like catch myself. I don't like fall. I didn't fail completely, but
Yeah. But due to the slip, you kind of tweak your ankle a little bit, and it slows down the party just a little bit, just because you were the scout of the party.
set the pace off instead. Okay, sorry for the fail, guys.
We got this. It's all good.
All right, Hug, you are up.
So Hug is gonna grab Rib Rab and like just put him on his shoulder because he's the smallest and he has the smallest kind of legs. So he's just making
You
sure
can
we're
tell
keeping
Rib Rab
pace.
does not like this area. Like you can see the chalkiness of the rock getting
It's
on his
cold.
skin.
There's
And
rocks.
he's like one of his eyes is twitching.
Come on up
because
here,
he
buddy.
Doesn't like the mountains.
Puts him on my shoulder so I can at least carry him.
And he just puts his slippery, sticky hands on your shoulders, and you're able to carry him through the mountains.
Not the face. Not the face.
Rip, rip.
Strength check, I'm assuming? Strength?
No,
Saving
you
throw?
don't have to roll for that. But what's that? That's just for flavor. What skill are you gonna use to help the group navigate through the mountains?
Oh, to navigate. Sorry, I thought you meant... Yes. I'm going
Remember, if you
No, I
do
just did that.
athletics, you got to do it with disadvantage.
Oh shit.
It's okay. There's like 100 more to choose from.
Because Ribrab is so, like, kind of reluctant and the rest of the group is kind of, like, put at unease, I'm going to try to persuade them to do different things. It's a persuasion check on things.
Okay, so how are you persuading the group? Is it like inspiring them to push forward, or? I feel like that would be a performance check.
I'll
not a
say you're about to
persuasion
take a
check.
performance check, yeah.
Just do it.
I'll let you do it,
It's
but
better
that's
this
got to
way.
be a performance check. Oh, no.
Oh my god, 7.
And his heart fails to
Well.
inspire.
Yeah, as you're attempting to inspire your group with a performance on your lyre, Ribrab gets into the beat, starts shaking his head, and as he does, he kind of rocks you backwards, and you go flying ass over tea kettle, rolling backwards down the hill,
God,
causing
we're such
everybody
a
to
mess.
trek another 20 minutes down to get you.
Do I have to roll for damage?
No.
How
No,
generous.
but it does hold up the group, and they have to backtrack to meet up with you and Ribrab, and you have to continue climbing again.
That's 2.
Okay,
Come on, guys. You can do
Emily.
All right, so
Rhea,
Rhea.
you're up.
she's gonna kind of take a step back and she's gonna be like, "Okay, guys, gotta get our shit together." And then she's gonna kind of like look around and like think about like where Hug slipped and where Daisel hit the pebbles, and she's gonna use insight to try and like find the best path.
Insight is used for person to person. It's an empath type ability. You're trying to read if somebody's lying. You're trying to get a motive off of somebody. What you're describing is more investigation or perception check.
Can I use insight on Daisel to see like where she's like
Where my
failing?
head should be at.
Yeah, to see where her head should be
Yeah,
at.
you can do an insight check on the rest of the party to pick up on what they're doing wrong and what they're doing right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of like feel around for everybody and be like, okay, we're messing up here. This is what we need to do. We got this. Right emotional vibes, guys.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay!
Really
a
good.
success.
My insight had +5. I was gonna make it work.
Fantastic. Yeah, you're kind of looking around at the rest of the group, and the one that sticks out the most is actually Musharib. And you see Musharib's kind of got his arms kind of tucked close to him, and he's kind of trudging along at a slow but steady pace, trying not to overexert himself. And you see that he takes small rests every couple of minutes to fall. He'll fall behind, but you notice that he never fully tires out as the rest of you have slowly, started expending more energy. He's kind of able to withstand that a little bit more, and you're like, huh. That's actually not
Okay.
a bad idea. So
Yes.
you start taking small breaks and kind of trudging along at the same pace that he's doing, and you notice that you're actually able to continue a little bit better than the rest of the party.
Okay. And can I kind of like give my other party members this hint a little bit? Be like, hey guys,
Save
maybe.
that for your next skill,
Okay.
because maybe you're able
Okay,
to
cool.
pass that on.
Perfect. I like it.
Okay, as this is all happening, so Monsu just like jumps in the air and like his like legs just sprout out of his body and he turns into this giant spider. And he starts like creepy crawling along like between the rocks and like shooting webs in like areas to make sure it like softens the footfalls of his compatriots.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. He's got a +7
Which
stealth as
which
a
skill
spider.
is this again?
Beautiful.
Stealth.
Stealth. Okay, so yeah, you're just trying to go as quietly as you can through
Yeah.
this mountain pass just to avoid any potential dangers that might pop up. And with your spider form, you're able to do that quite well because spiders don't make a lot of noise. And yeah, you're just able to kind of skitter along the sides of the rocks instead of on the gravelly road pathway that you guys are trekking, and you're able to do so very quietly and keep the noise volume of the group down.
Yeah, so he just like sneaks ahead and like shoots little webs, and it keeps everyone quiet.
Nice, nice. All right, so 2 successes, 2 failures, and we're on round 2.
I got this.
Back to
Got
Daysil.
this.
You got this, Daysil.
Uh,
Why did that pop up now?
I would
Must have
like
good
to
skills.
use. I would like to use survival.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna take a deep breath and try to get my crap together. I'm getting that somebody was reading me, maybe, and just being like, "Yep, no, shit's not good." I'm gonna tune in to my basic instincts, what I've learned, what I know, and I want to keep off of the moss, if there's any, keep off of the water, the slippery rocks, find the flat way, even if we have to detour a little bit, like just a tiny bit, around from like the straight direction that maybe Musharip is. I imagine he's probably ahead of me. Probably rolled better than I did.
Yeah, you definitely notice Musharib. This is his element. He's definitely doing a lot better in the mountains than he is in the forests. You can see he's barely struggling to get through this. And but yeah, you kind of take in the surroundings. And having lived in forests most of your life, you're able to kind of look around and see how the mountains differ from the forests, and you're able to kind of look around and try to see a better pathway. And with a 14, you were able to find one.
Woo!
Just made it.
Perfect level for pass.
Yeah. You kind of see Musharib heading straight ahead, and you shout out, "Hey, hold on a sec!" And you point to a section of the rock that's been divvied out, and if you guys follow it, it's actually a quieter and an easier path to trek through. So yeah,
Yay.
you lead the group
This way.
onto a much better pathway.
Awesome.
Very nice, very nice. All
Nice
right.
skills, Daysil. I knew you had it in you.
Sweat sack over here about this.
All right, and we go to Hug.
So Hug's gonna see everybody starting to detour off this one road, and be like, grab a stick out and go behind the party and be like, "Come on, people, let's get going. They're all gonna hit you." Ah!
And I'm gonna try to intimidate everybody to go a little faster.
Oh my gosh.
16.
Yeah, it works.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, Hug slapping his stick and saying, "I'm gonna hit you," and as soon as he does that, Rib Rab starts like croaking very intimidatingly to help with
yeah.
it, and you just hear the echoing of the stick slapping and
Ribbit,
the
ribbit.
frog voice behind you, and everybody's step is able to go a little bit quicker.
Oh my gosh. I'm mostly like, I just want this to end. Like, so I'm hurrying.
Oh.
I'm just clicking along as a spider.
Rhea's dodging to make sure she doesn't get any butt jabs. Watch that stick, dude.
Hurry up! I'm gonna take that last pocket breaking on you.
Friend not foe, friend not foe.
Yeah, so you successfully intimidate the group to move a little bit faster. Yeah, good job.
They still will remember that.
Rhea, you are up.
All right, so I think I might try and use persuasion to try and persuade everybody to kind of use that same technique that Musharib was using.
Okay.
I'd be like, this could really, do us some good, get us going. This guy knows what he's doing. He's in his element. I think this is what we should be doing, guys.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, that's success. Yes.
Yeah, so you try to you stop the group for a minute and say, guys, I got a technique. We should kind of follow with what Musharib is doing. You try to explain it, and Musharib keeps interrupting you, and you're not able to like vocalize the correct way to do it, and everybody's just like tired and frustrated, and just nobody's willing to listen to reason.
Like, yeah, okay,
Come on,
whatever,
come on,
whatever.
come on,
Let's
come
just
on,
keep
come on,
going.
come on.
I tried, whatever. Get your stick off of me, Hug. I'm freaking going.
So we are now at 4 successes and 3
Fuck.
failures.
We need one more failure and we're screwed, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
No
And what
pressure.
happens?
Seems
Are
really
you gonna fall down
unfair.
the mountain or something? Like,
No,
like
we level
four-
up after the consequences.
So it's like
oh my God.
this is
We
brutal. This is like really
cannot
tough.
finish anything.
Okay, so as you all are doing whatever you're doing, I'm like a spider, creeping and crawling like along in front. So I'm trying to use perception to see if I can detect any stone giants who might be lurking in the zone, who might be trying to throw rocks at us. So that's what I'm doing.
Didn't somebody already use No, no.
Nope.
Oh. Persuasion, performance, a lot of P words, but not perception.
I was gonna use perception.
All the PEs.
All right, do it, man.
Oh!
No!
And with a nat 1. Oh,
What's
no.
another 7?
Six on
Oh,
that, by the way.
seriously?
Oh,
We
no.
all fairly played our part in that loss. At least we
Oh,
can say
no.
that. We each rolled 1.
And we
That
tumbled
failed.
down to our deaths.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Monster,
We all failed together.
You try to use your spidey sense to keep an eye out for stone giants, and you for some reason there's like a trick of the light, and you could have sworn you saw a stone giant up ahead, and you kind of shift out of your spider form and you say, guys, we need to be quiet, and we need to go back down that way and around that way in order to avoid that stone giant I just saw. And it's only until you're all the way at the end of this very long, annoying path to the side and then back on track that you realize, oh, maybe there wasn't a stone giant.
Does he share that with us?
I'll let him decide.
Sure. Yes, I do. So
Musharib looks
shifted out, you're
pissed.
saying I shifted out of my spider form? Because that's a thing.
You can.
Musharib hears you say that, and he goes and starts whacking a boulder with his warhammer. You know how
Okay,
much time you
failed,
took
so-
off of our trek in this mountains, boy? And he's breathing hard. And you all notice that you're all sweaty and breathing hard and sore and tired, and everybody has 1 level of exhaustion
I knew that was coming.
Of course.
Oh.
for failing the skill check challenge. And you are not allowed to take a rest until you complete 1 activity with exhaustion. Or attempt to complete an activity. The way this is going, it's probably not going to work out well.
This is like you should have named your campaign "Island of Failure."
No, I think Island of
Crazy.
Madness is pretty spot on.
No, you're right. You're right. It's good. No, please, it's perfect. But
So 1 level of exhaustion means all of you have disadvantage on ability checks.
on everything.
Ability checks.
Ability checks, yes.
If that's making a difference now.
The Islands of Madness catty corner to the archipelagos
God.
of
Okay,
failure.
so what happened? So we're exhausted, so we're gonna keep trying to move through this path.
Musharib says, we only got about another hour through these mountains, and we'll reach the hidden stream up. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm so tired.
I'm gonna give him some water.
Thank
Sharif
you.
here.
Oh, glug, 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 glug. And yeah, you look over, and Azaka's kind of kneeling down, taking some deep breaths, and Ribrab on Hug's shoulders. He's kind of passed out on Hug's shoulders. You can see the sun has not done well for him, and his skin is all dry.
What are
and
you
flaky.
all upset about? You weren't doing the work.
Right,
I'm
and,
gonna pour some water on the frog too.
You see he looks a lot, but Hug, you notice that his skin is all dry and cracked, and he's actually grayed a little bit because of the sun. And as soon as you pour water all over him, Daisel, he kind of shakes his head and repositions himself on Hug's shoulders and looks at you and goes, "Rip, rip."
Poor
Shoulder
thing.
bacon.
Wow,
No,
too
no.
soon.
Starts
Too
munching
soon. I
it.
pat his shoulder, check on our lady friend there. Does she need water too?
She goes, "No, I'm all right. You all save your water. I'm good. I just
I
need
can
a
get
minute."
more water.
Oh my god.
I go by Hug.
I know, Hug. I know.
Oh,
I don't want to hug right
Mansu.
now, though.
Mansu.
I just need some air. I just need some air.
Yes. What? How can I help you?
You called my name, but I go by Hug, not God.
Oh.
What-
Oh,
did you wanna ask something, Josh?
You poor simple man. No, I'm just like completely like I just turned from a spider into a person and back again. I'm just completely like trying to just get through the situation.
Yeah, you guys you catch your breath and you continue forward, and eventually you hear the trickle and bubbling of a stream up ahead, and Mushroob goes, "Oh, thank Torm! Oh, we finally made it. Follow me." And he leads you through past some small boulders, and you see the stream. And he says, "Here it is. If we follow the stream, it'll lead us to a small underground passage, and then we can attempt to get through the stone giant cave."
Oh, we're not even there yet. Great.
Oh.
Fuck me.
So, is there anything you guys want to do before you head towards the cave, other than a rest, because you can't take a rest?
Fight something so we can take a rest because exhaustion gives you disadvantage on ability checks.
Let's go
Yeah,
And
we
that's
can only
the
fight with
last shit we
something.
need.
We have to take a
Go
long
find
rest.
a bear or
Can't-
some shit.
Yeah.
That stone is giving me a really dirty look. I should go hit it.
You go hit it.
Ugh.
I kind of don't want to roll in case it's a crit fail.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing we can do. We
Yeah,
should
Yeah,
rest and
I'm
help.
just saying when we go in there, like, just automatically prepare for a fight because we're rolling stealth at disadvantage.
Right.
Yep.
Like, we're gonna fight.
Yeah.
So just like everybody get ready.
So, going forward, when it comes to stealth checks and you're with a group, you guys have two options. The first option is you can do group skill checks, where all of you roll a skill that you're all trying to accomplish. In this case, stealth. And if the majority, which is if two or more of you succeed, then everybody succeeds. Or you can do it individually. Now the trade-off is that the people who do it individually, if somebody else fails, you won't be caught. Do you see the pros and cons of this?
So if half of us make our checks, all of us are good.
Yes.
Or we can do it individually where some of us are good and some of us are completely screwed.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should do the half where some of us are okay. Right?
Yep.
So
I'm
if we-
happy with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that works for me.
That-
So I can wild shape twice.
Oh, I think we lost Rebecca.
Yeah,
She had to put the kids to
She had
bed
to
really
put
quick,
the
she
kids
said.
So I can wild shape twice. So I could turn back into a spider where I get +7. That's the best stealth I think we're gonna get.
Yeah, for sure.
So I can do that, and then at least that's one. That's not half bad, and then the rest of us, hopefully, one of us will pass a stealth check.
Who
Yeah.
has the worst decks for us? They should be, if we're, like you said, if you're doing it so that two people can stealth together, for instance,
Yeah,
if somebody succeeds, one of those two people succeed, then
two people. If two people succeed, all of us are good.
yeah. Okay.
That's if we do the group check, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
disadvantage.
we're all
But
Yeah.
if the group
Oh, yeah,
if the group
disadvantage.
fails, then
We're at
everybody fails.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're at disadvantage either way, and it's like, I mean, realistically,
Yeah.
if the best case scenario is a couple of people succeed on their stealth rolls and get a surprise attack round, because there's just with disadvantage, there's no way that we're all going to succeed. So we're going to have to go through there loudly. So we're going to have to fight. You know what I mean? And unless we just like ditch people and leave them to die to get through the cave.
I think we should just go with the thing where I think we should just go for the group.
I agree.
Everybody
I agree,
or
'cause
nobody.
that gives us
right?
the best chance. So that way, like, if 2 people pass, we're all good. So,
Yeah.
like, I think that gives us the best chance. of
So I'm
success.
gonna go.
I have. Yeah, you go first.
I'm gonna go back to a giant spider
Mm-hmm.
because Joe said I turned out of a giant spider. So I'm gonna turn back into a giant spider. So I'm gonna roll this twice and see what happens.
Now, question.
Answer.
Since I have Mask of the Wild, where I can attempt to hide if I'm lightly obscured by foliage, heavy rain, falling snow, mist, other natural phenomena, like I used going along the rocks, can I even out my disadvantage to just regular?
It's called Mask of the Wild.
Yes.
Let's see.
It's a ranger thing.
I just wanna
It's
look
a
it up.
wood elf racial.
Oh, what else? Okay.
Let me. Look
I
up.
don't know how to link it. Oh, I can just copy paste. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I
Attempt to
just
hide
pasted it.
even when you are lightly obscured by foliage, heavy rain, falling snow, mist. So because you guys are heading into a cave system, you're gonna be lightly obscured with foliage, heavy rain, falling snow. I don't think that's gonna help with this because there's
That's fair.
because this is more using an environmental thing to your advantage.
And see, I was thinking maybe like stalactites and stalagmites. I
Yeah.
could just like meld myself into the like cave since it's kind of dimly lit. But yeah, it was worth a shot. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like for this situation, it's not going to help. This is more like
That's really cool.
fog, snow, mist, rain,
Yeah.
foliage. In a cave, there's not going to be a lot of that stuff. So
That
yeah,
makes sense. Yeah, that's
I-
fair.
Unfortunately, cannot give you that advantage.
good.
Okay, but
It was worth a shot.
Rebecca, so the group,
I actually brought the phone with me, so
Okay.
I am all caught up.
Alright, so
Okay.
you're fine with doing the group skill checks instead of singular skill checks?
Yes.
Okay, alright. Yeah, so Musharib heads down the river and you guys following him, and you see that eventually the river ends going into the mountain, and there's a small tunnel where the stream is emptying into that is big enough for you guys to squeeze through if you so choose to do so.
So I just killed my skill checks. You can check.
What were these for again?
Stealth.
You
Oh,
said we were rolling
you were already rolling the group one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You said to roll the stealth check, so I said I'm a spider. And
Okay, yeah, so
Yeah.
this will go towards getting into the cave. So, yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, the rest of you can roll with disadvantage stealth.
This is gonna be so good. I can feel it.
Oh my gosh!
20 and a 19!
Oh, you did it!
Oh,
They're all
girl,
did it.
thank
Rachel.
God.
Two of us made it. Two of us made it.
Nice.
It counts. It doesn't even matter that I got
Yeah,
it that
girl.
one.
Nicely
Yeah.
done, Rebecca. Awesome. Yeah.
I believed in your
Nice.
skills.
Because
Thanks, 20.
2 of you were able to succeed, the group as a whole are able to help each other stay quiet, and you each slip under very quietly into this underground water tunnel, and you have to swim for a bit, but it doesn't take long before you go, and you exit into a dark, damp cave area, and you guys should be able to see it now.
Yes.
It's very dark.
It's very dark. I can only see blackness. Oh, there we go. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, I just
It's
gotta
top left.
reposition.
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna
there it
zoom
is.
in here. Okay.
That is not what my health is currently.
Just super big.
Aw.
Okay.
Where is Where the fuck is? Oh, there we go. Okay.
It's just a really big map, and we're like,
Yeah,
at
I see.
the top.
It's really big.
Okay, so we're gonna. Oh, so we can take up or we can take to the right.
Yeah, this area, this narrow passage is filled with cool water waist high, and the steady drip of water from stalactites above echoing through the cavern.
Should we try to make a check to see if we can like notice that one of them is more?
You can
I
do
don't
any check you want with disadvantage.
Maybe like a survival check to see like the most used
What if we
trail.
assist? What if you got assistance? Would that negate the? I mean, for another roll, maybe.
Yeah, since it usually gives advantage, maybe like negate it to just regular.
Yeah, can I do a survival check with? Can we do?
Not, maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Okay. I just-
right now, because he already went ahead and did it.
Yeah.
Monsu kind of looks around at the cavern system you're currently in, and you're very unsure. The one thing that is kind of unsettling is you can see massive footprints in the dirt, and they go down both tunnels.
Yikes.
And in the distance, you guys hear the occasional thud, thud, thud
Right.
of something massive, and the vibrations on the floor tend to shake the cave a little bit.
I'm going to regret saying this, but who has dark vision?
I do.
I think I do.
I do.
Okay, just checking.
Oh,
Making
a lot
sure.
of you do. Who doesn't have dark vision?
I think we all do. Let me just
Possibly all
check.
do.
I'm Genasi. Yes, I think I do.
Nice. Yeah,
Okay,
so,
so we all do.
you can
We're
all
good.
you can all see regularly inside this cavern, which is super helpful.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not as if we'd want to roll with disadvantage. Oh, can you imagine?
Hold a torch.
Look at us. We're
And-
stealthy and we can see. We got something going for us, guys.
Musharib turns to you and he says, "All right, so when I came up out of here, I did take the path to the north, but I'm not sure which path we should take now. Because looking at the ground with Monsu, it seems like they're passing through both areas."
That is not super helpful. That's not great.
I'm just working with
Monsu.
what's on the floor, my friend.
Ronsu, you should be like up ahead, and you should be like scouting in both directions to see if you see anything. It'd be very, very stealthy.
Oh yeah, I'm still a spider.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Okay.
are.
Can I still
Um,
tell which direction is north under here? Like, is north of the? What I mean is, like, is the top of this math that's north? Okay.
Yes.
Got, I saw your
And
ping.
how tall are the
Perfect. Thank
ceilings?
you.
Oh, very tall. Very
Okay,
very
Monsu's
tall.
that'll help.
Monsu's gonna
Like over 20 feet tall.
Monsu's gonna kind of signal to them to like stay back, and he's gonna crawl along the ceiling up this way just
Mhm.
to see what is up with that path.
Okay.
I don't get
Yes.
that you can't understand English, so I'm going to do hand gestures for you.
I'm a spider. So he's gonna crawl along the ceiling just to see if he can see if there's any risks this way.
Okay. And you come across a large cavern ahead.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Nope. Go
Okay.
back. Go back.
Oh my
Just
gosh!
staying
Don't
right here.
fucking trigger anything with your little spidey legs.
And give me one sec.
You know what? If something triggers here off of his spidey legs after it not triggering on the puzzle thing, I'm gonna be offended. Be offended. Ria's just like waiting back here, just like, I really don't like this place. At least we're being sneaky. I don't want to fight giants.
How did he take this route if he ended up in a cave that's like got no exit? Like he said he took this route, like Musharib. Oh shit.
Dear God.
Oh no.
Son of-
Run away!
Bad route. Bad route. Bad
Run
route.
away! Run away!
Bad,
Uh,
bad.
Looking into that area, I have to use stone golems because I forgot to get stone giant tokens. But you definitely see two massive figures hunched over workbenches. It appears, and this whole area, it appears to be a large cavern containing workbenches with various crafting implements and unfinished pots, urns, glasswork, and stone-crafted trinkets giant-sized atop them. Kilns of massive size fill the room with heat, and shelves with more crudely finished crafts line the walls.
Cool. I am backing the fuck up. I'm gonna try to go this way because that's a dead end.
What'd you
Apparently.
see?
I'm a spider. I don't know.
Not to like metagame, but did you Spidey? Is there like a little something like as you were leaving to your right? Is that like a thing over here?
This?
No.
This?
Further. Oh, yeah, I can ping too. I forgot. Meow.
Oh.
I think that's
what's
gonna
over
rock
here?
in the way. Unless it's like a incline.
I mean, again,
Did I see rock here, Joe?
Yeah, that looks
Where?
We're pinging.
Yeah, you kind of looked in there, and you didn't see anything of interest. I mean, it's on the map, but yeah, there's really nothing in there.
Okay, I'm calling. Yeah, okay. I'm calling back, and I'm going this way.
Okay. And you see a massive cavern in front of you.
Okay.
oh my god,
Son of a bitch.
At least we're stealthy, so at least there's that.
we're not fucking stealthing in there.
And,
I know I keep
yeah,
saying
you
not to
you
touch
see
him, but I
several
totally
more
fucked
of
up.
these massive giants, either sitting down or walking around, and occasionally they'll mutter something in giant. I don't know if Monsu you speak giant at all.
No.
And yeah, it's just a deep rumbling language that you can't understand. And this area,
Yeah.
this area is number 2, and this area, it appears to be a massive, spacious grotto with several large stone-crafted columns of various runes carved into them in the middle. Along the walls are crudely crafted couches and chairs made out of stone and covered with animal hides. In the center is a massive elevated floor with 2 large white podiums atop it.
Is this a really tall ceiling too?
Oh, yeah.
Is it worth trying to
There's gotta
creepy
be
crawl
hidden-
over the ceiling to try to see if there's like an exit here?
Are they able to reach the ceiling?
You don't think so? I mean,
They can throw
Monsu
rocks.
doesn't think so.
Okay, I'm gonna creep crawl along the ceiling to see if I can see further into the room.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Oh my god.
Yep. I know. Okay, I'm just gonna roll a d20 twice. Just give me a second. Okay.
Does
Uh,
passing the group check count as accomplishing something?
no. So I rolled a 9. That's my 2 plus 7.
Oh no.
Right.
As you're crawling along the top of the ceiling, the stone giant beneath you looks up, and he kind of pulls looks into his pouch, and he pulls out a boulder, and he
Fucking run.
Run, Monsu! Run!
Move!
he considers throwing the boulder, and then he goes, "Yeah."
I'm just a
Fuck.
spider.
That's
You're a
that's
huge
why
spider.
he went meh.
Okay, so I'm gonna back the fuck up and just move out of here. I'm gonna move back to the group. So I'm not sure if I should because I don't have any shape changes left. So I'm wondering if I should just keep my shape. But then how do
you
I?
can until you get to 0 hit points, right?
I
And
can
then
keep
you,
my
then you
shape for
change back, right?
I can keep my shape for an hour.
Oh, okay. Well, you went
So-
up the whole mountain. You've been a spider for a really long time, I think.
So Joe, how long have I been a spider for?
In this form, I'd say about 15 minutes.
Okay. So can I try to like use my little legs to draw
Yeah.
kind of a
Sure.
basic map or
Yeah.
something like that? So I'm gonna kind of draw like X out like the north, because obviously the north is like fucked, right? And I'm
Is
gonna
it-
try to. Sorry.
Is it though? I mean, like you're gonna draw a map where we have the choice between a room with 2 people and a room with like I can't even count how many. 8. How many people are in there?
And
Mushib leans over, looking at the map, and he says, "Yeah, this is gonna be the hard part, because if you look here, and I don't know if you guys can see the ping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hold on, let me see.
That's where you came from.
Let me
That's
see
where
if I
you came
can-
from?
Hold on, let me see if I can enlarge this map on Roll20. Okay. All right, and yeah, he says, if you look here, this is where I came from. This exit here. This is where we need to go. This is the one. This is the area I know.
Right.
If we head
Where-
south, that's leading back the way we came from.
Interesting.
So yeah. So he's trying to sort of, yeah, this is the way to go. But there's like a million stone giants.
I say, were there this many giants here last time you snuck through here?
Yes, but I must have gotten very lucky because they weren't looking around at me.
Are you still a spider, Monsu?
Yes, he is.
What if we did a distraction?
Are you
I-
still using hand like gestures? What if we?
I mean, I understand.
No, I completely got lost
I
in
can't
that, and I'm
communicate.
ignoring
I
it
can
now.
hear it, but I can't respond. That's
Which
the
is
problem.
fine. So,
What if we take this toy?
and I pull out the useless toy, the thing that goes up and down.
Oh yeah, the duck.
The duck
water
thing?
duck.
What if you bring that over to the bottom, the south side, and like drop it on the ground for them to find and get distracted by and watch?
So I just go like this.
And then we can like kind of book it to the top.
So I'm just like moving my head up and down, my little weird spider head.
Azaka looks at the toy and she says, "Does it make any noise?"
No?
So we're in like a cavern. Do they have torches?
No, they
Or-
do not.
I have Zog nuts or whatever. Oh, but they absorbed into my form. Never mind. Waka nuts.
So like
Right.
literally zero form of light at all that they're using.
Nope, they appear to be moving around as if they don't need it.
Just gonna try and use my illuminator, but that's not useful if there's no light.
You give it to me, and I could. Oh, right. Yeah.
Hey,
Damn.
just throwing this out there, but we're exhausted right now. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm just gonna put it out there. If you don't
We can't
like
rest,
it,
though.
send it
We
right
can't
back.
rest.
We can't, but we could get. Oh fuck. We could get in a fight with a smaller group first, and then maybe rest in one of these little cubby things. And I'm pointing at the map to like what Monsu drew.
Yeah. Now, to be clear, these are stone giants, right?
Yes.
So that book that I have that contains a bunch of like creatures and people and stuff like that I've been reading. Does it happen?
The one you got from Wakanda's library?
Yes.
Okay.
Does it contain information on stone giants that we know?
Absolutely not, because we already said it was a useless book
Damn
about
it.
wand-waving techniques.
I hope you check the book anyway. You're like, hang on, guys.
Big nope.
So we know nothing of these things, how powerful they are, how strong they are.
I mean, one of you can attempt a nature check with disadvantage.
That should not be Hug. Let's be clear. 100%
Shit.
not be
I've
Hug.
only got a 1. We might want to see what Monsu's is.
He'll
I
be
feel
right
like he
back,
has a-
said.
Yeah, I feel like he has a good nature check.
But I mean, what do you guys think about maybe taking on like the smaller guys for they're not smaller, they're all giant. But
Maybe we can like even pull one over, like distract one, get one's attention, try and like pull it in the hallway with us away
My
from
fear
the
there
others.
is
We
it's gonna be,
shouldn't
like,
make too
calling
much
the
noise
bigger-
though,
yeah.
because we don't want to attract all these other guys.
I'll say try our silent kill technique that we used on the
Silent
Aldani.
kill.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Also, Monsu, do you have good nature? Do you have a good nature modifier?
I have no is intelligence, so I don't. But I have survival.
Well, he was saying we could make a nature check at disadvantage to see if we can get like an idea of how strong they are. So I mean, we might as well roll it. So
They're
just
stone giants. Like they're gonna fuck us up if we
All right,
if
mine's
we get
0,
caught.
so
They're gonna
who's rolling
fucking
for
kill
it?
us.
Yeah. I think
They're giants.
even one is probably going to screw us up.
Yeah, we're not.
So I mean, is it
we're second
possible if
level.
we just like roll if we pass a group stealth check for us to be able to stealth through this at all? Since that's somehow how Musharib got through.
I mean, it's possible.
I mean, while you're in-
possible.
We have
While you're in
disadvantage.
spider
if
form,
we can distract them, if we could, yeah, like I think if we could distract them, we'd be
How about I rage and turn on the party so that we have to fight me and that's the combat?
no.
Oh my god. Where
I-
are the nuts?
I don't mind the idea.
Wait,
of,
how
like,
many nuts do you have?
they're merged into him.
They're
Yeah.
in his spider form.
Yeah,
I
merged
mean,
them.
technically, he could unspire form and like maybe chunk it.
He
If he
could
does that,
unspider
you're
form.
gonna lose your good stealth advantage
Plus
he has
7
with
to
his
stealth.
spider form.
Yeah.
Wait, who else had one? I thought somebody else had one.
You?
I think he collected them all and then you.
No.
No, I had one.
No,
I
you
know.
have
I mean, I had a
immediately
couple, but yeah, they were already used. I think Monsu has the only ones that aren't used that
Right.
still have the light left.
So can we not like? What if Matthew used his? If Potter used his little toy, couldn't that maybe distract some of
Right.
them?
Throw something. over in
Azaka
these
pointed
rock-
out that the toy doesn't
area.
really make any noise, so it's probably not going to distract him.
So I still have 2 non-lighting up nuts. I
We
think
should throw a lighting up one in the middle of the room, though.
we should throw a lighting up one in the south side of the room. Or
Yep, I like it.
what we do is we try doing a non-lighting up one that will make sound in the south so that it gets attention at least.
Do it. Go do it.
Who has spells? Like, do you guys not have spells like thaumaturgy or something like that?
I have thaumaturgy. I do.
Because I feel like you could just make like a noise in that area, and that might distract them. And
Yeah,
then we could-
thaumaturgy is
And
perfect for this.
I'm like, "Ugh, what was I thinking? And I go
Thaumaturgy with
over.
the useless toy.
yeah.
Can I come up the path here quietly? Should I roll for that, or can I just sneak
To
against
get to the
wall?
edge, no, you don't have to roll for it.
Okay.
Could-
Can
if
I
you-
see around the corner though enough so that I can do a sound like, say, here?
If you are right there, you would only be able to see that.
Okay. I'm gonna.
line of
okay.
sight is a bummer.
All right, so I'm just gonna free ball it, and right here, I'm gonna make the sound of. Can I do that? I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I? I can make it any sound. Pebbles, like rolling pebbles, like somebody slid on one of these stalagmites.
Okay,
Everybody
so
should get-
you're
everybody
gonna
should get
make
ready.
A sound of rocks moving around.
in
Yeah.
this area, right? Like around here.
Yeah.
What's the distance on thaumaturgy?
Yeah, I don't.
Uh,
Let's look into that real quick. 2 seconds. Pretty sure it's not that far.
I think it's
How far are you measuring
Oh, it's
right now?
30
'Cause I can't
feet
see.
for thaumaturgy.
30
Yeah.
feet. Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, in the stalagmites.
Not
then.
super far.
Can't
Are they
see there. You
stalagmites
can't
or
see
just
there.
boulders and
Yeah,
stuff?
remember you still need line of sight.
I
So
can
it's like
see-
here-ish,
You can't
like
see
around
it.
this,
Here's where I want to put it.
around
I
there.
don't know
That's
why I just clicked
odd.
tap to center, but
Wait, it's a cantrip. You can do it a bunch of times, right?
I can do
Yeah.
it a bunch of times. This is
So why
30
don't you
feet
do
right
it
here.
Do it
This is
right
where I wanna
there.
do it.
And then, like, as they look there, we, like, sneak to the side, and then you do
Yeah.
it again, like,
Yeah,
over
yeah.
here.
Further every time just to get it.
Yeah.
So
Like,
Yep,
further
so that's
south.
where I'm starting, right there, the 30 feet, which was right here. Oh crap! I'm still on the measuring thing. I need my pointer back.
Yeah.
Meow.
Anyway, like around here.
Yeah. And then as
That's
you
too
leave,
far,
then
but
you
yeah.
continue to it. Although, don't forget, these guys are here, though, too, right?
Let's see what happens first.
They might not be able to see you because the stalagmites are in the way.
I'm gonna push Mansu back. Hang on, buddy. Hang on.
Okay.
Well, we can stand together.
And you need to move further too.
What happens when I make the sound?
Okay,
Emily-
so you're casting thaumaturgy in that area you pointed out?
Yep.
And
Yeah, a little bit higher, but yeah.
So describe the sound again.
The like the sound of the same sound that I heard with when I slid on the rocks on the mountain, like pebbles scraping,
Okay.
smaller pebbles scraping against other stone, just like falling.
All right. Yeah, so this giant right here moves a little forward, and he begins like looking around, kneeling down, and he like picks up a couple of the rocks and scratches at the dirt.
Does this guy see him?
Yeah, this guy eventually kind of walks over to take a look, and he
Are
Okay.
their backs to me?
yes, both of them have their backs to you.
To us?
Yes.
Can I
Let's fucking
move,
do it.
Let's
This is
Can
our
we
chance.
fucking
Book
rock
it.
and roll?
Yep.
can I move like right here?
sneak across. Although,
can
you know
always
what?
try
So-
to stealth
so-
with
No,
it.
no, we
see
need
if
to
I have
sprint.
more
If you guys
sight, if
move
I-
as a group, you can move 30 feet, and that's going to require a stealth check together.
And
I
what
don't
if
wanna
we
move
use-
yet.
can we
I don't want to
sprint?
completely move yet, though. I want to make another sound. So, do I have a different line of sight if I come around the corner here like that, while their backs are to me? Can I see more south?
Yeah, you can see. You can see here.
So you could do it like there.
Well, we want to. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there, right there.
Yeah. And instead of sneaking, if we all run, can we run at 60 feet?
We can
You can't
dash.
sneak
right?
if you run. And if you run, you're more than likely going to get some attention.
Shit, he's right. He's right. He's right.
Yeah, I think doing the thing and at least
The
attempting
group,
to
yeah.
sneak, and then if all else fails, we just fucking try
Fucking
and book
balls.
it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
where
okay.
where this was measured out to 30 feet, is that like mud, water, or
That looks like a small mud pit.
okay?
That brown.
I want to make
area.
like splashing footprint sounds. Yeah, in the mud.
Okay. When you do that, this guy walks over here, and he begins investigating and trying to see what the mud sounds are
Okay,
from.
we're gonna sneak.
Yeah,
We're gonna
let's go.
try to get the fuck on.
Let's go. I'm
So I
just
rolled
hoping
a
that they're gonna
17,
keep moving.
16.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm not moving that close.
Okay, so who got the 9 and the 18?
I got a 17 and a 16.
Okay.
Stealth.
Oh, holy shit! I just got
Yeah.
a 17.
Oh, that saved it. Oh.
So
Oh.
me and Emily saved the day. I think here, right?
Got it this
I
time.
think so. I don't think a 12 made it.
17, and then Josh, what did you
17
get?
and a 16.
17 and a 16.
17 and a 16. Yep, you guys pass and are able to move 30 feet without getting any of their
Yes.
attention.
Yes. Okay, so
Who's leading the charge, by the way? Is it Daisel?
I wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Daisel, you were right here.
Yep. So I should
30
be
feet from there.
right about like where Rhea is, right around there.
Okay. Yep.
I should.
yeah, I can step back one if I need to. Sorry, I just meant sure.
No, you're fine. I just didn't want to put
I'm
my
here. Yeah.
token right on top of
And then
yours.
if you wanted to do like another thaumaturgy, like just to
There.
keep them distracted, or
Yeah.
maybe even to get like these guys, you know.
Get
Yeah.
these guys out of the
I'll
way.
do
yeah.
just
I don't know
that.
if you want to do it
Yeah.
there. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, in the
There.
stalagmites again, definitely. Yep, that looks good. Right there. Yeah.
There.
Yep. I like it. And so I'll do the slip slidey pebble sound again.
Awesome.
Okay.
Near the stalagmites.
And this guy goes to investigate it and check it out.
Fuck.
What about these four?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it again.
No,
What about
they're
again?
looking at their own stuff.
What's
Yeah,
this
I'm
guy?
gonna
What
cast-
direction is this guy looking at?
This guy actually got bored trying to find something that wasn't there, and he heads over here.
What's this guy looking at right here? What's that guy doing?
He's sitting in a chair, kind of watching the giants in the center, looking around at stuff.
Okay.
There's some water right here where I'm measuring out 30 feet from me. Is that water? Or like just mud
that's a
again?
rock.
Like this on the
That's
edge.
water. Yeah, that's water on the
Like a splash behind him or
All right, I'll
something.
make the splashy sounds that I heard when
Okay.
Mansu was being eaten by quippers.
And
Oh, I love-
this giant turns to go look at it.
Okay,
Let's
guys.
fucking go!
All right,
Let's
yeah,
go,
let's
go,
fucking
go.
get out of here.
Roll me
Let's
another
go, let's
group
go.
stealth check.
12. That's better. That's better. Not good, but better. Better.
This is brutal.
14.
15,
shit.
girl.
Shit.
Fuck.
Oh,
Oh,
crap.
shit.
So we got a 14 and a 12 as our best disadvantage rolls.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, me
And,
too.
Unfortunately, you guys do not succeed that stealth check. And you
Run!
are able to get
Run!
all the way over here. And,
Disengage!
as you get there, a boulder comes flying across the way. And it smashes 1 foot away from Daysil where she was going to step. It lands right in front of you. And you
Fucking
hear
run.
a guttural sound from behind you saying, "Ruh, ruh, ruh."
Does anyone speak giant? Nobody?
Mansu said,
No.
I'm sorry, not Mansu. Musharib said this was the exit, right?
Yep.
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
Um,
We're going that way anyway.
Is
I
that
mean,
boulder
it's
blocking the way?
Run. Oh my god, that's not an exit.
Oh, that's a jump.
Oh my
That
god.
is a jump.
That's a jump.
That is a jump.
Yeah, you guys see one of the stone giants say, "Ruh, ruh, 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 ruh."
Oh my god, does anybody
They're
have
probably
jumpers?
warning us.
Musharib's
I'm on
like,
this-
I don't know what to do. We should try to jump it. I took the long way and scaled around the sides of it until I made it to the other side, but we don't have time for that.
You didn't want to tell us that before?
I
Go, I'm gonna put
I
my hand
figured
on
we
his
were gonna
shoulder and go,
sneak
let's
through.
go, let's go.
Musharib, are you really
Okay.
strong?
I'm not too bad.
Okay, I'm gonna throw you my rope or give you my rope, and I'm gonna throw him across the ravine.
So-
Okay, so as you guys do that, these giants begin to surround you.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
And
No,
they're,
no, no.
they're
Okay, and
all
take-
aiming boulders at you as the one in the lead is telling you to row, 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 row.
I mean, I'm a giant spider, so I'm just climbing along the ceiling like I'm
Yeah,
good.
I'm disengaging. Hopefully, where I don't take attacks of opportunity and just trying to like charge and take that.
At
leap of
this
faith.
point, I'm gonna say that you guys don't need to roll an insight check to realize that if you
They're
attempt
warning
to
us.
escape, they're
Yeah.
probably gonna pelt you with boulders and you're going to
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, okay.
So can I'm just gonna like reach in my pocket and pull out some fucking gold. And just be like,
What do you want? Take
gold,
it.
gold's for
Can I just-
passage.
So, Joe, can I just like, hide on the ceiling? Like,
So Rhea is holding out gold, saying, "Let me go, please. Here's some gold."
Yeah, I'm just like gold for passage, dog.
Matsu
Like,
has crawled across to the other side. Daysa, what are you doing?
so
I'm,
look at my rolls,
Hold
Joe.
on, Matsu. Daysa, what are
Okay.
you doing?
I want to I want to grab Rhea's arm and have her put the gold down and kind of usher her away. And I'm going to wave at the stone giants.
So you're
Bye.
slowly pulling her towards the exit and going, "Bye."
Yep.
As soon as you do that, one of the giants slams a fist behind you, blocking your path.
I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna grab my useless toy, and like she was doing with the gold, I'm gonna basically like a shrine type idol towards them. So
yeah,
like,
I'm like just trying to like offer them shit. Like, here, look, cool things.
As you're holding it out, Hug, you see one of the giants go.
Oh my god.
and I tap it and it starts moving. It starts doing its thing.
And I'm just like, Edda!
And then I slowly put it down on the ground and I tap it and it starts still moving.
You
As
see,
everybody
you see
else-
that the giant is actually very curious about it, and he kind of like puts a massive finger down, and as gently as he can, he tries to poke it, and it does the.
Go. Go.
And the giant behind him nods, and he walks off into the distance. And the giant who's looking at it looks up at all of you, and he does this. And after a minute or two, you see another stone giant begin walking over. And I think I have a picture of him.
Oh my god. I wish we had just a giant.
I know
And you
Orc,
see this
Common,
fella.
and Primordial.
I know Primordial too.
I was like this close to picking giant, and I went with Dwarven.
I
Can you
know.
guys see him?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Mm-mm.
It'll pop up.
Yeah.
Mine were
Yeah, I
popping up
don't see
late
'em.
for whatever reason. Before.
How about now?
Oh, there we
There we
go.
go. I see
Yep.
him.
There we go.
Oh, that's
He's
cool.
handsome, isn't
Oh,
Whoa.
him on Guardian
What
Stone Giant.
graceful stone features you have, sir.
Handsome.
And this massive
For me,
stone
your
giant.
he? Sorry, 1 second. 1 second. I have to. He looks pretty chiseled.
But
I'm so glad you did.
Great.
yeah, this stone giant slowly walks over to the crowd, parting the other giants, and he crouches down on his haunches and he says, "Why have you trespassed here, little ones?"
Musharib.
Musharib's just kind of staring up in awe at the giant speaking to him.
She'd be like, I'm so sorry. We really didn't mean to trespass upon your lands. This is just the only way that we knew how to get where we have to go. We're trying to save this guy's family. They're under attack, and we're trying to go and help them. And we really don't mean any harm to you guys. We're just trying to get through here, and we really apologize for any offense we've caused.
We don't want any fighting.
Yeah, we're not
Okay.
trying to fight you guys. We're not trying to steal or encroach upon your lands. We're just trying to go help this guy, and we're really sorry.
Are
Sorry.
any of you small ones aware of what the name of this valley is called?
Awesome valley of cool rock people.
I'm afraid I'm
shakes
not
his
from
massive
here.
head.
I'm
We know what it's called.
Of honor.
Yeah.
The Valley of Lost Honor?
The giant looks over at Rhea and nods his head. Yes. We call this the Valley of Lost Honor because we, as a divided clan, have lost our honor.
Can I drop my shape?
Sure.
Okay,
And
I'm gonna turn back into a genasi. And
He
I'm gonna
looks at
say
you curiously.
we understand better than anybody what it's like to feel dispossessed from the rest of our clan. We get it, okay? We know what it's like to feel like outcasts.
my demeanor as all this has started to do is completely changed from this like kind of step back into a concerned, almost like consoling type thing. So completely changing Hug's demeanor.
And the stone giant looks over at Monsu and he says, "It is good that you can understand. But do you possess honor? By
Of course.
sneaking through our home and trespassing, this does not bode well for honor.
We are trying to.
Why
Build
didn't
honor.
you ask? Why did not you come forward and request passage through?"
Fear.
Yeah, we did not know that was a thing, to be fair. None of us are really from around here, so we didn't really know your customs. And if we had known that was a thing, we absolutely would have come to you and discussed. But none of us speak giant, and we didn't know that there was one among you that could speak our language, so we weren't sure that we could. But we really do apologize, and we ask now for your passage, and well, we offer you gifts of
We as a return
fun toys.
to offer up something for going through. How about this? We make a sign and put on the front door that says, "Hey, kind of cool giants in here. You want passage? Yes or no? We prefer if you ask us first. We can do it in a couple languages, maybe. I'm thinking Common, Orc, and a couple of other languages, just to make sure this doesn't happen again.
I know Elvish and Dwarven. I can help.
We can offer that to you in
The
in
giant
exchange.
slowly puts a massive finger towards your face and quiets your lips.
Look,
and then he looks at Monsu and shakes his head to stop you from talking. He removes the finger gently and says, "We have sign at front of cave. You did not come in through front of cave."
You're right. You're right.
I mean, not to throw anybody under the bus, but we were kind of following our friend's orders.
Yeah,
Like I said,
I'm
we don't
like,
we don't know the ways.
Musharib
he said-
steps
I am
forward.
mean mugging
he's-
Musharib. I'm like, dude,
Musharib steps
totally
forward.
fucked up.
He drops his warhammer to the ground and he says, "I apologize in behalf of my group. They were only trying to help me reach my homeland, which has been taken over by evil creatures known as fire newts, and we were just trying to seek passage through so that we could get to my home as quick as possible. And as Hug had said earlier, the reason why we did not approach is we were afraid. We were weary of encountering creatures of massive size and did not want to provoke your kind. I would like to apologize for not being a better person and stepping forward to speak to you." And he kind of bows his head and takes a knee, and the stone giant nods and goes.
And Rhea's gonna follow suit and be like, "Yes, we humbly apologize. We really are sorry, and it won't happen again." And she kind of bows down, and she asks if there's anything we can do to
I have a gift
including
for
making
you.
a sign.
to
Back door.
apologize.
I have a gift. Can I give you my gift?
He holds up a hand and says, "Gifts are not necessary, Blue One. What is necessary is honor. We will have to speak with the chiefess, Bjorek. She will have to decide your fates. For
Okay.
now, we
my
will have
gosh.
to. For now, we will have to place you in solitary confinement until we have spoken to her to decide what to do next."
Oh my God,
Together?
thank
Yes.
you. Just so you
You are-
know,
you are
I
free-
was
you are free
unable
to
to
rest
bow
up.
because
You are
I've been-
free to rest up, and we shall bring you food and water.
Okay.
But we do not suggest you try to escape again.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, but in the meantime, I offer you this. I'm gonna give him good berries. So I'm just gonna be like, try these. They are delicious. They'll keep you satiated, and it's all I can offer while we're waiting for our
He
decision.
kind of tries to pick it up, realizes he's probably never going to, and then holds out his palm.
I just pour them into
And he. Taste.
I'm assuming they're leading us over to like some form of confinement area.
Yes. They two of them, including Olhamund, as he introduces himself. They lead you guys back over here.
As they're doing that, I'm gonna like lean over to one of them and say,
Are there any musicians here?
let's jam.
Hey, like, you guys look like you rock.
But
Get out.
"Yikes!"
And they lead you into this passageway, and two of the giants just sit down, blocking the two passageways.
Fuck.
Do I have my little toy thing, or did they take it?
Actually, yeah, Ormond Olamund would have given it back to you.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to the guard that's there, and I'm gonna just set it down on the ground, and I'm just gonna tap it very lightly so it does this, and I'm just gonna step back.
And
And that's-
again, kind of like with
It's
that
in
first,
the door.
Kind of like with that first stone giant, the giant appears to be actually very interested in this object, and he kind of does the very delicate poke and watches it move, and he seems to enjoy the little toy.
Ooh.
All right, and yeah, you guys are unfortunately imprisoned for the moment, but you are allowed to take a long rest. And
'Kay.
after a couple of minutes, they bring you a small platter of fruits and fungi that are edible, and a large jug of water.
Okay.
Well, we know who
I
the
guess
fun
we're
guy
just
is in
gonna
this
chill
group.
here. I mean, I don't know what.
Please
Well,
else
this
we
isn't
can
remain
exactly
here.
what we planned on, but we're making some new friends, learning some new things.
Yet to be seen.
Just so you guys know, anytime
Hopefully.
that the giants come like into the room or like around us, or like when that whole thing was going on, like I sit down on the ground because I'm afraid that they're gonna like knock me over. So
Okay.
anytime that they come into the room, I immediately sit down, or if they're around, I'm sitting on the ground because I don't want to be knocked down.
Can we talk to the giants like as they're guarding us?
Sure.
So Monsu's gonna talk to them and say, "So like, why is it so important that you like protect this area? What is it for you? Is this your home, or has there been some kind of threat like that stops you from thriving?"
The giant nods and he says, "The stone giants dwelling in the Valley of Lost Honor are those that failed the ordering of artistry. They chose to band together as exiles and make their own home closer to the surface. Their previous home was Graven Hollow, where they were treated like lesser members of society. Upon reaching the valley, we decided to name it after what we could not achieve, as a reminder to always attempt to gain our honor back, and founded the settlement of Basalt Burrow. Any intruders found attempting to pass through are usually given the option to turn back without violence. Or, if the chief allows it, they can pass a test of honor."
This has been a hell of a week,
test of
guys.
honor. Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the feedback.
And I'm
And
gonna
by
lean
the-
over to everybody and be like, "What these assholes don't know is that we're the most honorable.
So fucking honorable.
We have so much honor.
They don't even know."
By the way, you two giants are doing a great job.
Yeah, great job.
Wonderful job.
And I give
Primo
them a
guard.
thumbs up, and I'm like,
Great
"Oh."
guards.
Would you like any more food or water?
Sure, I'll take like some figs and that kind of thing. Whatever you have.
Yeah, can you peel these grapes next time?
I'm good,
Nice.
thank you. This has been very honorable of you.
And one of the giants calls out for another giant to bring more food and water. But meanwhile, Ribrab is shaking in a corner, freaking out. His eyes just fucking vibrating in his head at the massive
It's not
creatures.
the Aldani again.
At the
It's all-
the massive creatures just almost. Ribrab's not looking well.
Who can talk to Ribrab?
Azaka is kind of leaning against the wall with a sullen face, and she's kind of got her hand over her forehead, and Musharib's
I'm gonna walk over to Azaka.
Musharib's sitting against the wall, just shaking his head and going, "I wish I had thought ahead of this."
I'm gonna walk over to Azaka and basically like sit down and say,
you know, it might come out that you are not really who you say you are.
And I'm whispering this so that
Yeah.
nobody else can really hear. Um, if, I've heard a lot about honor with my parents. It might not be good for them to see a change that they weren't expecting. If you take pride in who you are, it might be better.
I understand what you're saying, Hug, but it's hard. It's very hard to reveal
I would
a part
hope
of
that those of
yourself
us that are here with you have proven it doesn't matter who you look like, but what you've done.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage because you're exhausted.
I thought we got a full rest.
Can't.
Yeah, you guys, yeah, okay.
What? Really?
Yeah, we got a long rest. This is
Thank
one of the.
I thought we
We
weren't
did?
allowed to
Yes,
take a
being
rest
in
until
prison.
we did something.
You
No, we
did do
gotta-
something. You failed
There
that
was an
something.
activity.
Oh my gosh, we
failed.
did something! Something we're
We did
good
our
at. We
best.
failed.
We did our best.
Awesome,
We
I
tried, but
feel
fucking
great.
roll 20 is.
Is it with advantage?
It's not with advantage.
Why not?
She kind of looks at you and she says, "I'm not ready yet, Hug."
Okay, but remember, next time it might be intimidation.
She says, "You hit me with that stick again, and you're gonna find it in a place you do not want it."
It was a bad morning that time.
Okay, so what? Where do we end up?
So after a long rest, you guys are escorted through the cavern, and they lead you to a female stone giant. And let me just reveal more of the map.
Does she have curves?
They're bacon on the plates that they gave us.
You got jokes.
No, we're gonna have to use your last bacon there. You still have it? Are you gonna eat it?
I have it. I haven't eaten any of it.
I'm gonna stare at you.
I'm gonna like reach in my pocket and be like, not yet. Not yet.
I doubt she's curvy. Her form is probably pretty jagged.
But
I got puns too.
Mushroom has not led us in the right direction. Like,
And I got the
I
dry
hate
sarcasm of
hate
my
him.
father.
Truly,
I got
truly,
dad jokes.
truly.
I got dad jokes.
Okay.
and you see this lady.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a lady.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody else said it.
That's
Her-
fucking scary.
What? Her fur is covering up her boobs. I get it.
Okay, I see the boobies now.
She's got that,
I see the poopies now.
Yeah.
Bibs.
and then she's got that, the mean face.
Yeah. She's scary.
Kind of like.
You can tell she's in the rocks though.
Well, no, she's high. Look at
How
she's
the fuck
got
do we
stoned.
get out of here? Like, where is even the
She's
exit?
stoned.
And you guys enter. You guys pass through a tunnel. If you look at the map, where number 8 is,
Oh, here we go. Okay.
as you pass through that tunnel, you see a cavern, and inside that cavern appears to be a massive statue, and the statue, if I can get to my notes with everything in the way, where is it? What the hell? Is that? Oh, there it is. Sorry. All right, and that statue, seemingly crafted to perfection, stands in the middle of this cavern, depicting a dwarven male holding aloft a hammer while crouched over a forge. 2 tunnels branch off from here, with one leading to the east, a faint light near the end of the tunnel, and a tunnel leading south, where a faint fog of white appears to be billowing out of it. As you're led south, the tunnel opens up into a large chamber with a small pool. The chamber appears to be filled with various totems made out of poorly crafted stone and hides of beasts across the floor and walls. A large bonfire lies in the middle of the room with steam rolling across the floor. And you see this massive female stone giant is cross-legged in front of the bonfire, and she motions for you to step forward and sit before the fire.
Musharib, did you see? Was that you? Do you know that guy?
Musharib passes the statue and he says, I believe that's a statue to Gond.
I'll go
Okay.
and sit next to the fire.
Yeah, I'll sit down.
Same.
And the stone giant lady kind of looks up at the one you had met earlier, Olhamund, and motions him, and she kind of does this kind of thing, and Bolshush Balok Bartukal. And he nods and he says, I will be translating for Chiefess Bjorek. And,
That is very honorable of you, sir.
and he nods. And she begins speaking in Stone Giant, and Ollamund translates for the rest of you, and he says, The Chiefess has heard of your trespassing, you sneaking through the caverns without the permission of our clan. She has also been told of your fine craftsmanship and your ability to accept that you have made mistakes. She has also factored in that you were under a time-sensitive problem and that this dwarf man's family was in danger.
Is in danger.
Is in danger. After considering this and meditating, she has decided that you shall all be given the test of honor.
Okay.
Good.
Can we do this as a group?
All of you will have to take the test of honor.
All right.
If you succeed at the test of honor, you will be allowed to pass through at any time you wish, with the blessing of the chiefess and the stone giants. If you fail, you will be banished from this valley, and you will not be allowed to come back under pain of death.
Oh, but if we're not under the pain of death, we can come back.
Yes. You will have proven your honor and worthy to pass through the valley.
Let's do it.
All
Is
right.
this like a 2 out of 3 type thing? Or...
You
We have
might
to,
say
like-
the trial is divided into 3 separate categories. The first is a trial of athletics, showing your strength and prowess. Us stone giants, in particular amongst all of the other giants, love a good stone throwing. So, you must prove your worth at stone throwing versus another stone giant.
So it's honorable to throw rocks. Good.
It is honorable to show
Right.
competition. It is honorable
Right.
to compete.
All right, I'm down. I'm sitting still
I
on the
feel like
ground.
Huck should take part in that.
The other
Yes.
trial, the second trial, was a trial of artistry, demonstrating a profound ability of crafting and entertaining.
I have a harp.
You will be allowed to use your harp if you so wish. We stone giants, all of us have failed our artistry. The ordering of artistry is what all stone giants must pass to prove they are one of the clan. We did not pass. So if you can prove yourselves to be better at artistry than one of our stone giants, then you will have proven yourself honorable. The last trial of the stone giants is the trial of arguments. We stone giants enjoy philosophy. We are deep thinkers, and we enjoy a good debate amongst ourselves. You will have to enter into a debate argument against another stone giant and prove that you are keen of mind and win the argument in order to pass that trial. Do you accept these terms? Will you take the trial of honor?
Yes.
Indeed.
So, to be clear, does each of us take each of these tests, or as a group
Yes.
we take one?
Each of you will be allowed to take each of the trials, and if you are able to pass one of our trials, you will prove honorable.
Oh, okay. I like those odds.
Okay.
I
I'm ready. Let's do this.
graciously accept with honor your honorable test of honor.
And I'm like
Yes.
this on the ground. Yes, with honor. Yep, yep.
I know
Hug,
we
you go
got out
first.
to a rocky start, but
Your puns are most delightful.
Damn, I didn't even hear
can
it. That's
you,
awesome.
Can you just translate that? I just want to say that of all of the stone giants I've ever seen, she is but the most beautiful gem.
Are you lying or are you being honest?
Oh, I haven't seen a lot of stone giants. She's pretty hot for a stone giant.
Compared to the rest of them.
Roll or
Probably.
persuasion. Eight. He translates this, and the chief just. Allemund turns to you guys and he says, "Well, if you will follow me, we will begin your tests of honor. And if you pass, you will be allowed to pass through the valley and continue on your journey."
Okay. We'll also, no matter what happens, we'll make you a sign for your back door.
We have a sign.
They have a sign. We
They have a
missed it.
sign. We just did not pay attention.
well, we went through the
Yeah,
sneaky
it's-
entrance that didn't
Yeah.
have the sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were being snake a snake, but we didn't snake a snake.
No.
And the stone giants lead you out to the center of the commons area where the
Okay.
two podiums are elevated above, and you see a elderly stone giant waiting for you. And as you mount the steps, you guys having to actually climb the steps because they're made for stone giants. We will end tonight's session
What?
with
What?
the group.
No,
of you
we have
standing-
25
the
minutes
group
to
of you
take the test
standing
of honor.
together at the podium, about to dual debate against the other stone giants.
Okay.
But,
That
but,
is where we will leave
but-
off for tonight.
but,
I thought we were playing longer on Thursday nights.
We are, but this is probably the best part to leave off because the
Okay.
trial of honor is going to take a while.
All
I
right.
feel like it's going to take a while. But
Do we
yeah.
level up between now and then?
Nope.
I figured I'd ask since somebody else
You
is already
guys
thinking
did
it.
not achieve jack shit.
We did our best.
I know you did your best. All right, that is it for tonight. I hope you all who were watching enjoyed the stream. Please tune in next Thursday as we continue further into the Islands of Madness. And that's it for us tonight, and good night.
Bye.
Bye.